the bass.
You're now listening. Yo, Tap In Radio.
With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio.
Check. We are in the building. You said we good, right?
We good.
Oh, we here then. What you mean? So
Hey,
we
y'all.
got TNT in the building with us tonight. Bam not here. We got our other favorite here. So we good. We in the building.
Hey, y'all.
What up, y'all?
Hey,
y'all.
It's
Hey,
Sunday.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Kat.
We got Rod back with us.
Hi, guys.
Y'all gonna see me missing one more, but shout out to Jasmine. She'll be here next week.
Yep.
Yeah, Rod, you back? How you feel?
I'm at 50% right now.
All right.
So,
well,
I gotta keep
let's
pushing.
talk about it real quick though. So this month is MS Awareness Month. Wait, hold on. My bad. We gotta introduce ourselves. We got Rod
Oh,
back
hey,
in the building.
I'm Ra. I'm back.
What's up?
Hey, y'all. Y'all know me. I don't say too much, but it's Tavia.
And
Jen.
Reed. And last but not least,
Kat.
yes, Katrina's in the building with us. So,
She said the full name.
I know, right? My bad.
Woo!
My bad.
It's
my bad.
Katrina.
But Rob, you got to get into it. So MS Awareness Month. Yes, you want to give us some details about that? How to donate to you?
Yes.
And
So,
whatnot. When I just use, but to the MS Society.
I was supposed to start working on a site today, but I gotta take things one step at a time. So you have, I believe, 39 days left to donate. I'm gonna post the link on a Be My Peace Instagram and Facebook, and my Facebook, of course, too. You can read more about my journey. My symptoms started in 2008. I was properly diagnosed in 2010, so I've been battling it for about 13 years now. Basically, it was a 5-day journey in that hospital. I was more so scared of COVID. It's real. They lying to us. The numbers is rising. They got different levels for
Wait a
each.
minute, Rod, you came in hot. They lying to us. The
They
numbers
lying
are
to us.
rising.
No,
I
they-
believe it, though.
Like, excuse me.
They
lying
lying
to us
to
about
us.
what?
They lying to
What are they
us.
lying to us about? Let us know.
Hackensack made the cafeteria the ground floor for patients who are not COVID patients. So every level in the hospital is different levels and strands according to the hospital of COVID.
So they have them in the hospital based on level and strand.
Every floor is based on a different level and strand. The numbers are still going up. You guys really got to be safe. I watched 2 patients get sedated. One guy had like tubes in his chest.
Oh my
It was on
God.
some Grey's Anatomy shit. Like, I was scared.
Is that funny?
I was
It's not
texting
funny,
everybody.
but
I was
damn.
really scared. Like, I was like, I already know I'm here for it. Just give me my meds, but get me out of triage. I was there for 12 hours watching them trying to save somebody's life.
Wow.
So that was what was more scary for me, because I'm like, if I catch this shit, I can't go home. So now I'm stuck here. And there's more so of you're in this, it was like being in a big prison room, how they got this cafeteria
That's shit
set
we
up.
see when we see infirmaries in prison on TV.
Right. And they got everybody just laying in beds if you're not a COVID patient. So COVID
There's
is
hella beds in a big ass room.
and different curtains. And you hear, ow, nurse. And I had to tell one lady, shut the fuck up. I'm FaceTime my son.
Right.
She was yelling like,
She did.
excuse
y'all
my
gotta
French
understand,
guys.
Rob was having a flare up, but she was still Rob.
Right, I was still me, but I'm like, sis, you giving them a hard time. I think it's more so because I felt the nurses are definitely overworked. The doctors are definitely they pulling doctors from every department. Like, they don't care what your specialty is. You need to come handle this COVID patient. Like,
Wow.
that's why I was there for 12 hours. Like, so y'all ain't gonna see me? Like, let me call my neurologist real quick,
This is true.
because y'all need to see me.
Well, we're happy that you are back, at least at 50%.
But looking good, though. You look
Looking
good.
good. The
Girl,
You ain't got your hair done.
Got the fresh doobie.
You
Feel
heard
me?
You don't know how to
it.
act.
Little red in the front. Looking good though. Flare bang never happened.
Damn, you looking just like your sister today.
Who, me?
I am.
Sometimes I
I
be
mean,
like,
what?
sometimes I don't think y'all look alike.
Sometimes they
I
do
feel
look
like,
alike.
What the hell?
So I'm gonna get the site together
Now,
and
you
post
do
my
kinda look like you
story
say that.
for everybody to donate. The walk is virtual because they want to save a life. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I guess they got to
Okay.
walk in place or something. Cause
I don't know how.
I mean, do niggas just sit
I
in the
was
living room and
just-
say we walking?
I was going.
She's a runner. She's a track
I was
star.
going to just let Levi jump on the
Turn up,
trampoline while
little
I,
niggas.
jog next to him.
Oh, that's
Work.
nice.
Nice.
April
That'd be
24th is the walk. They
You
said,
said May 24th?
April
April
24th
24th
is the walk.
That's
in
a
Jersey
Sunday,
City,
right?
though.
Or
It's
Saturday?
The 24th on a Sunday or Saturday.
Wait, they doing a virtual
Let
walk
me look
in
at the
Jersey
calendar.
They doing
Wait,
walks
how do you
everywhere.
do a virtual
How do you
walk
do a
in
virtual
one city?
walk?
At
I'm gonna make sure I
Santana.
post all the information on the site because I was trying to figure it out since this morning.
I guess you could play that
Oh,
song.
maybe they have a certain amount of people,
So that's a Saturday.
and that
Yes, it's
contributes to
Saturday.
virtual.
Okay.
So those that want to walk could watch them.
I just
You know it's always done by chapters anyway, Jen. So
Yeah, because when we went,
But
it was
every
a flood of
city,
people.
how they normally do it, has a scheduled walk, and I'm just like, so we gonna walk in place?
So maybe they mean
Like,
so you can't watch because you can't watch all these virtual walks at one time. So maybe they mean Jersey City's gonna air on the 24th virtually. You can watch.
Probably.
I'm assuming. I would hope. That's
I'm
what
gonna
they
get as
mean.
much information as possible.
For
I've been
sure.
trying to figure it out. I was just like, what? So
Okay.
it takes away from the love and support because it's good to have family around you when you're doing stuff like that. But
Well, hopefully in 2022 we can be back out there on our walk. You know how we do with the t-shirts and
With
whatnot.
our
But we're
shirts
glad
and
to have
stuff. Looking
Word,
all-
right, with our shirts. So before we get any further, we want to let you know we are always sponsored by Majay Wines. Again, me and Tavy will let y'all know when we are restocked. Furthermore, we also are brand ambassadors for the Love Bracelets. Got 3 of mine on today. Jen got hers on today as well. Use our code BeMyPeace_podcast for the Love Bracelets. You get 35% off and free U.S. shipping. So I want to follow up. Recap, Tavia. How did your peaceful method work out
I
this week?
didn't know this was gonna happen, but like I said last week, sometimes you have to disrupt your peace to get your peace, and I haven't been peaceful at all this week.
You been peaceful?
It's been no.
You
not
said
at
you
all.
wasn't gonna be.
Not at all, and it's been rough. But I'm at peace now.
Oh,
That's
So
all that
got your
matters.
piece.
That's
Okay.
what matters. Yeah. Sometimes you just, you gotta ruffle some feathers. But I'm good now.
Kat, how did it work out for you?
It actually went really well to the point that I kind of want to be still again.
Shout out to
I
Kat being
know that's
still
right,
and
girl.
quiet and
Right.
not saying anything and just being
You know,
at
I
peace.
try to, when I started getting upset, I thought about what Jen said, thought about what Ree said, and I was like, I'm trying to be aligned this week. So,
Okay.
Shout out
That's
to
what's up.
alignment.
Mm-hmm.
so
Shout
yeah.
out to alignment. Jennifer, how did it work out for you this week? Being were you being the bigger person this week, or were you being the smaller person this week? What we said you were gonna do? You were gonna be.
I was a bigger person this week.
Shout out to Jen.
I was positive this week, but god damn it, my alignment was all out of whack. Like lack of sleep, anxiety, slight stress, all boiled into one. I was just all over the place. Like
Shit. How you feel right now?
I'm better. I got a lot more sleep. I tried to intune myself in my routine again. I think it stems from Bestie being in the
Let
hospital.
me tell you something about your bestie being in the hospital.
Oh.
Her son got me sick, my mother
Yeah,
sick, and my father
like,
sick,
it
and
was-
your daughter sick. He tried to take everybody out in this motherfucker. Everybody was sick.
he
I
said, "Mommy,
just
not here. I'm
really-
going off."
really, 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 really want to stress that people have issues. Everybody has issues, but support is a very big factor in that.
Yes.
In that, and so with Nicole battling MS for 13 years, we've always had a routine, but this particular one was
We got a new
a
anomaly.
got
whole
blindsided.
nother sector.
We didn't always have Levi.
And we didn't always have Levi. Normally,
Sorry. No.
we
I'm
love
telling him
him
what you
though.
said.
We
Stop
love
that
him,
shade
but
him.
he
We
love
love
him to death
Y'all
though.
shade him.
No, we're not shading him. We're not shading
I'm
him.
shading him.
He's a lot. He's a lot. But
No,
we
for
held
real.
it down.
A lot
We
is
held
an
it down.
understatement.
But it
I'm
was a
telling you,
lot
I said-
entailed with that, like mental capacity. Because normally
Yes.
I'm with her, like from the day of, like I was scrolling the pictures. I'm like, damn, I was in the MRI room.
Oh, yeah,
Looking
me
at
too.
And you know what? I
X-rays.
want to touch on that. That was the difference. So the difference with this flare up was we're normally at the hospital with her the whole time.
Seeing her
And
every
be able to
day.
see stuff. And nobody could be there. Well, they said she could have a visitor, but who the fuck trying to catch COVID? So it ain't that. Love you,
I
but it
ain't
ain't that
gonna
deep.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I let a little bit of Ree and me come out on the doctors. and I got the job done by myself.
I'm trying to tell you, sometimes you got to go
And
off.
they were like, "You're just
Yeah.
so sweet."
Tap
I was
into
like,
your rebound.
"I've been real patient with y'all, but I'm telling y'all right now, I had to
Exactly.
really just
But Nanjen, I feel you.
So
man. We was
my
both out of line
alignment's
this
off.
week.
My alignment was off because I was emotionally in tuned, emotionally drained, trying to be the positive sector in the situation, and it took a lot out of me, a lot. So, but I'm back though.
he got
That's all
medicine
that
sick too.
matters.
Piggybacking off of
More.
Jen, y'all know I said last week I drink tea every night before I go to bed. I ain't have tea. No night. That Rob was in the hospital. It was 24 hours in. I called her, my mother, and Jen and said, "Let me tell you something right now about this little boy." He done reminded me of 3 things. 1, why I ain't got no kids. 2, why I don't want to have children until I have a partner who really understands what 50-50 is. And 3, why I am hiring a nanny. Her name is Lupita. Shout out to Lupita in the future. I'm gonna get her a green card and all that shit. She's
You
gonna
gave
get
her a
it.
name already?
That bitch named Lupita.
been
When I
named
bring
up
her
from
here,
day
I'm gonna rename her.
She
We
been
calling her
named up from
Lupita.
day one.
Yeah.
And Lupita gonna do
I
everything.
thought you was playing.
Nah, I'm dead ass. You
After
got
what she
reminded me.
experienced with Levi, I don't think
Her
she
name
played.
can't be Consuelo? Like,
That could be her middle
Why
name.
Lupita?
Lupita Consuelo.
Consuelo.
I like
Listen,
Consuelo.
whatever her name gonna be, she even gotta have a name.
Shut
As
up.
long
Mind
as
your
she is.
business.
No, but Levi, you know what? Shout out to any parents who are working from home with children, young children. I had to work from Ra's house with Levi. And let me tell you something. He kept walking in with his tablet trying to compare it to my laptop, and I'm like, I'm in a meeting. Then he getting mad at me and walking out like I'm in a meeting. What are we comparing here? You're watching Coco Melon,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to learn a new system. Like we can't compare this, but
Yeah.
he walking around with his tablet, just wow. So shout out to any parents who are working from home with their children doing distant learning or just having young kids in the house. Period. I really commend y'all. I really have. I mean, I've always respected anybody with children, but I have a new respect for any
It only took 5
single
days,
parent.
120 hours.
It only took 20 hours for me to be like, y'all the shit.
Man, it only took me
20
2 hours to
I'm
realize
glad
I don't
someone
want no more
recognizes
20
kids.
it.
hours, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Nope.
I'm good. I signed up for work early a few nights. Like, I gotta go, y'all. My
And you
nephew
came
was
and like
around.
snatched them up because you're on camera, so you're just like,
That's the yo.
hey, sit down.
Because he
Who?
really be
When
in
I
my
turn it
Who
on
can?
mute,
My
When you
camera.
working from home.
when I
and you
turn
in a
on mute and
meeting,
turn my
you
camera
can't be
off,
like,
it's on.
He be in my team meeting.
Word.
My team know Levi. He come in meeting like, they be
Oh.
like, hey Levi. He be like,
Levi,
Yo, that leads me into my next thing. I'll bring up to you. Speaking of snatching up, Kirk Franklin. I'm gonna put my foot in your ass, Kirk Franklin.
That's it.
God's
That nigga-
property.
Nigga,
I feel
I
one
will
of
break your neck. I was like, ooh, Kirk, what? Stop.
He's gonna put some real meaning behind stomp. Let me tell y'all. So I want to get y'all perspective on this. So I guess Rob, you wasn't here with us last week. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that Kirk's son was out of pocket for even posting that? Like, do you think that he was just being? Because I think his son's about what, 33. His
He
son is
33.
Like,
he
33.
He
33.
33.
Do you think his son was out
Grown
of pocket
man.
for even posting
I
it?
100% feel like he was out of pocket for posting that. I feel like you're a spoiled ass brat and you need your ass whooped.
What?
That's just the motive. I don't
Well,
believe.
Kirk said he
I
needs
don't.
his
I
ass
don't
whooped,
believe
so.
in child abuse. I really don't like ungrateful.
That
kids.
is a grown ass man.
No, I'm gonna just
told his
clarify.
father to
I
kiss
want
his
to
ass?
clarify this because Levi. Never mind. I
Yes,
want to clarify. this.
Tavia.
I don't. I
I
don't
start
believe in.
fighting.
I don't believe in beating a child.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in chastising a child.
Okay.
I have a problem with ungrateful kids.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of children who are spoiled feel entitled, and they got a pocket once in a blue moon. You gotta tighten them up.
Period. Now, I did read in a comment somewhere that this is Kirk's son from his first relationship. So this is not his
Yeah.
son with no, and that he did not grow up in the house with his siblings who are doing very well, and that he did not get the privilege, I guess you could say. So he's coming from that space of, you raised me, but you ain't raised me. I didn't live in a house with you, so like you can't come at me crazy. But at the same time, Kirk also spoke on the fact that they've been through therapy, they've been through all types of counseling, and him and his son just have a really strained relationship. And I saw someone say in the comments that when you're a parent who's dealing with a kid who has a kind of trauma, you gotta respect it. And I said, but to what extent?
Right.
Yeah,
Tay,
because
how do you feel about that, Tay?
I feel like as a man, not even as a son, but as a man, why would you do that?
Which one, Kirk
Like,
or his son?
His son. What does that say about you? Like, this is your father. You know it's your father. You were having a personal moment with your father. Nobody needed to see that.
That's facts.
So why would you do something like that? Like, it makes no sense to me. Because I know if I was in that situation, like, damn, my daddy just cursed me out. But I still wouldn't want him to look bad. I wouldn't put that out there.
That's
Like,
what you
this
gotta
is a
question,
private
the
moment
intention.
between me and my father, whether our relationship is strained or not. This is private. I would never do anything like
So
that.
it looks like malicious intent was behind it. It looks
Yeah,
like
you put that out for what, clout? Like for somebody to be on your side because you want everybody on your side because at that moment you feel like he's not. Like it makes no sense to me. So I don't agree with it. He shouldn't have put it out and that's that.
because now we got Kirk apologizing to everybody, and I feel like
For what?
exactly.
I was mad.
Like, why
Like,
are you apologizing? You
Stop.
gotta explain to us.
You being
Your
a
son
parent.
told you to kiss his ass. It was on go.
And
It's not even that.
also
You're
feel
being
like,
a parent.
Right. And I feel like people hold Kirk to a higher standard because he's a man of God. You get what I'm saying? But he's still
But
human.
is he?
He is. Look, we're not gonna dig into that.
I know. I'm just,
We-
no, I'm
we-
not
we-
saying
we-
that.
we-
No, the reason why I
we
say
can't.
that
We can't dig
we
into that.
just-
But just let me make my point real quick.
Okay.
People look at him like he's a man of God, but at the end of the day, he's still a man. He's human,
right.
and he has human emotion. Like we can't just because he did that. Oh, you're a man of God. You're not supposed to do that. He's still a human. At the end of the day, he has emotion. He gets riled up just like we get riled up. Just because you have God on your back and on your side doesn't mean that you don't have human emotion.
Yeah.
So he reacted. Right.
Exactly.
Like,
Sure.
Katrina,
for
why do you
sure.
feel like you might
Yeah.
not be a man of God?
I just feel like you guys equate people who make religious music to being a man of God.
So you're trying to say
I don't think Kirk Franklin's religious. I just think he's a
he makes
musician.
gospel music.
okay, I get what you're
But
saying.
I get that. Okay.
But that's why I said that. I was like, why do we just put the two and two together? There's literally people that just make gospel hits.
No, and you're absolutely right.
But-
True.
And I'm not saying I think he's a man of God. I'm just saying how a lot of people
Right.
perceive him
Exactly.
Because he makes gospel music.
because he makes
Right.
gospel music.
How do you separate the
they
two?
feel like he's a man of God, and
I just
and
want to put out.
he's still human.
I just
at
want
the
to put
end
out
of the
there that we grew up in the church,
Yeah.
and they were passing the church.
They do. I've seen people get
Literally
slapped at
in
Sunday
the
school.
church.
First of all,
Right.
So
I-
it's
I-
like
I've seen a pastor who was a fucking crackhead. So you
No, Taylor,
cannot,
you told me that shit.
you cannot,
You know
you
what,
cannot
Tavia?
tell me. Hey,
It's the
Jennifer,
truth, though.
why you
wait,
It's
like
the truth, though.
I went to a church and I love that pastor, even though I didn't know better as a child. It's just
He
like
was
So he preached very
it's just
well.
like he preached very well, but at the
Leave
end
boy a
of the
little
day,
snack on
he
the weekend.
he battled his own demons. Like he
This is
had
what I'm saying.
a drug addiction. So it's just like so.
like
I
I
know, I know with the Christian community though, even if they want to feel like Kirk has to write these songs, these gospel songs. So you have to be some form of a child of God in you to even write these songs to touch another child of God. That's probably why they can't separate the two.
I mean,
I don't know.
You gotta experience.
That's
Let's
like-
speak on it because
I'm-
you deaconess.
Go ahead,
No,
Kat.
it's not that. I just feel like, first of
Right.
all, I want to speak on the situation
Okay.
because I do feel like he was wrong, but what I learned
You
in
feel like Kirk was
therapy,
wrong?
no, the son
son.
was totally 100% wrong, but I think it was just impulsive. I feel like he was in his emotions and just did it. And I don't think he thought through them, and he did it. However, I was reading the daughter's comments. I took a look on other pages just to see how it looked. And he does look like the black sheep. His daughter's very well-rounded. Kirk Franklin's daughter, she lives in Midtown Atlanta, living her life. Her parents come to visit her. The son, he's very religious. He's always talking about God. Like I was like, okay, so Tammy and Kirk's like kids are like
The ones
really
he
good.
raised in the house.
Then the older daughter, she's married, so they're like living the perfect life. He is on a different path. But the daughter said that they paid for his college in full, and he flunked out. They gave him every single thing that he needed. So I think it's a little bit of jealousy. Like, you feel like the black sheep, and you're trying to, like like project that onto Kirk Franklin. I feel like he did what he was supposed to do as a dad. I'm not saying I don't know if he did, but I just feel like he's projecting and he's just mad that his siblings are doing better than him.
That's
So,
big possibility.
with that, is it okay to cut your family off? Like, when is enough enough? Like, do you, and when I say family, I mean, listen, nobody is exempt. Mama, daddy, sibling, whoever could get the hatchet. Is it okay to, like, you got to cut your family off at some point? And to what extent, though? Like,
Yeah.
forever, for a couple months?
Right.
Take it ahead, because you smiling. I know you got something to say. Say, like, cut them niggas the fuck off.
Nah, cut them the fuck off.
Oh my God.
Listen, you know I'm with the shit.
Nah,
I love a
feel
good pair of
like-
family
I
scissors.
feel like
We-
at
we
a
know.
certain point, we can only take on but so much. And if that certain family member is causing you stress and everything to the point where you feel like you're losing yourself, at some point you have to cut them off. Like whether it be a month, 2 months, 3 months, like however much time you need. Like I've been in that position where I felt like I was giving and not receiving at all. But how much could I give?
For sure.
And how much could you fucking take? Like, would you want me to give you your kidney?
Right.
Well, my kidney, I would, but we not doing that. So I've been in a position where I have to cut a family member off, and I did this for almost a year until I came back around. Like, you know what? Let me jump back into this, but I have to set boundaries at the same time.
That's the part, too.
So I think within reason, you can cut your family off.
So cut them off within reason.
Within reason.
Jen, what you think? Because your eyebrows raised. They're like glued to the top of your forehead. What you think about cutting family off to a certain extent for whatever reason to keep your chakra aligned?
I feel if you intentionally do something to me or intentionally disrespect me, I'm cutting you off because you have no motive to show me any type of respect, not even an ounce.
Yeah.
But
Cutting them off forever or just until they learn their lesson?
I'm cutting you off meaning like we're not speaking.
But I mean, like, what's is there, like, Tay said for a couple months, maybe a year.
We're not speaking.
Like, forever.
Yeah.
Because I be with
Same.
the forever shit.
Like I have a family member like that.
Tay, why you laugh? I
We
be
don't
with the
speak
forever shit.
because the person disrespected
I mean, listen,
me. We just
y'all
don't speak.
know.
Is that my family member? Yes. Do I claim them as my family member? Yes, because unfortunately you are within my bloodline, but we don't speak. Now, for family members who are immediate, meaning children, parents, like in this case, Kirk can't cut his son off.
Right.
What you mean?
Me,
No.
No.
you can't.
There's a boundary.
There's a
with
boundary and a
parents.
line.
Your own cross.
Yes, there's a boundary.
Now, I'm going to deal with you with a long-handed wooden spoon.
It gotta be wood. It can't even be silver.
It can't be plastic.
He already had a silver spoon. He fucked that up.
No, because the silver
Make it
spoon,
bronze.
No,
you
you
already
can't.
have a silver spoon in your tongue.
fucked it
You
up.
just
Right.
not utilizing it to
Yeah.
the ability you need to. So I'm gonna deal with you with a long-handed spoon.
But, so the reason I asked that is because personally in my family, and I don't want to put my family business out there, like, but I'm almost certain my father and my brother will never speak again.
I'm
Like
certain
my
of that,
brother
too.
has crossed the line to the point that all siblings have cut this.
We're
nigga
like,
off.
nah, you gotta go.
We ain't fucking with you.
But that's a complete
But like
cutoff.
he's disrespected my father to the extent that we can't even like process. We're like, and
I'm
listen,
still trying to
everyone has
process
their
it.
issues with their parents. You talk to your parents,
Right.
you know. But what he did, like, crossed a line that had all of us like,
And he never apologized.
he's not apologizing.
He
made it
disappeared.
clear.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, he's
Honestly speaking, 'cause I'm the nice sibling out of all 12. of
yeah,
us,
she is. She's nice.
Even if he did apologize,
It's not.
I don't
forgivable.
trust him because you shouldn't. Those
It's not
words
forgivable.
shouldn't
Like,
left your mouth.
It's unforgivable. And then, so basically, he kind of like threatened my dad's life. So it's like, it's
Right.
unforgivable. How you come back from that?
Right.
Speaking further, I'm a person who shouts my brother now. We just started speaking in 2021.
Yeah, we had a nice talk.
I
this
speak to
morning.
him for like 8
Wait,
years.
wait.
It was 6 years.
Which one?
The one.
Tell
your
me later.
favorite,
The one you're
Your
Oh!
that nigga Wilder. He cut off from the whole squad. But
Nah,
Don't
but
do that.
It was 6 years.
Nah,
we didn't talk
he
for
stretched.
We didn't talk for 6 years.
Y'all talking though,
It's like
so
6,
it's
7
okay.
years.
We didn't talk for
Oh, no.
2015
You talking about
for
which one threatened my
me.
father's life? Or which one I'm talking to now?
The one you talking to now.
Dot. I'm talking to the dot.
So here's
Yeah.
the thing. For me and him, it
That's
was
big.
from 2015 to now. It was basically hobby before I got sick.
Yeah.
We had just spoke, so we've been talking more now. But I literally would walk
So
by
for
him.
Rod
on the
was like
street,
6 years.
like,
For
I
me, it
don't
was
know
like
him.
9.
Yeah.
For 3 of mine now, I was trying to convince her to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't need to talk to him. But see, with me, and I know you guys said parents shouldn't do it, but I feel like you're a human. Whether you, I don't have children, so I can't speak from.
No, I didn't say that you shouldn't.
You
Whatever.
literally said
no,
they-
no, no,
they
no.
can't.
No, it's
It's harder
for a
as a
parent, who has that sector. Like I'm that parent that has that sector.
That's what sex. I need you to
Meaning,
explain
like I really,
have to
I
be
have
in
a
contact with
conscience.
my
I'm
kid.
gonna think about like, is my child okay?
Right.
You know, things
Exactly.
like that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, because there are some parents who have wild kids that want to kill them and do all types of nonsense.
This is what I'm
So
getting
you
at.
have to literally cut off if that's what you choose to do.
Yeah,
But me per se,
because you're a mom. So
because I'm a
you
mother
feel good.
and I have, you know, my 2 children who are in 2 different age brackets, 2 different personalities, and it's like I'm going to, if you're that disrespectful to me, I don't care if you're 33 or not, I'm popping you in your ass.
go off.
I'm pulling up on your ass and I'm gonna show you really
what
who you
happened with
talking
you,
to.
though? Like, how was
Cops
it
and
handled?
all. Like
Yeah.
we could bring the cops into
Yeah,
the,
I've cut a lot of people off, but I think I'm a little different. If you disrespect any other relative, I'm cutting you off by default. Because if you could do some
Oh, it's one
shady
band, one
shit to
stand?
someone else, I
One
can't.
band, one sound.
I just don't deal with you.
But
favorite saying.
I do feel like
can remember
gender
saying
is
right
a thin line. Like, it's a difference when your mom has never been there, has never been a mother. You can detach and it's just been toxic. But I feel like if you had a beautiful relationship with your mother and you fell out, like, and my friend was like, I'm never talking to her again. I'm like, choose your words wisely. You're in your feelings. You can take a break.
Tell somebody that. You've been telling me that for 2 days.
Yeah,
now.
I've been
Because 9 times out of 10
It's
you
because
are.
Dr. Paula's been telling me.
Because
I
you-
hadn't been on her.
for
Okay,
sure.
you're in your feelings.
Because 9 times 10 you are in your feelings.
Yeah,
It's emotional.
so I think like if your mom has never ever fucking been there for you,
or your dad. Cause
or your dad, I feel like you have if they just keep popping in and out of your life, you have a right to say, I don't want this person in my life anymore. But I do feel like there are people that you just don't want a relationship. I have cousins that are probably watching this podcast that I will never talk to. Okay?
God.
You are my cousin
I mean, listen,
by
listen,
blood,
we got
but
personal.
but I will never fuck with you. I love you, but I will never fuck with
I
you.
want to just
and
add
it be
this,
like
though.
that.
I want to
That's
just
the
add this,
exact-
though.
But see, the thing with me, hold on, Ron, I don't mean
Go
cut
ahead.
your
No, go
wisdom.
ahead.
The thing with me is, and me and Kat just had this talk on the way over the car. I won't love you either.
Yeah, she different.
You don't exist. I'm the cousin that be like, I ain't fucking with that cousin. If you invite her, I ain't coming. If you invite him, I ain't gonna be there. If I show up, it's gonna be a fight. Like,
And
I take it to
that's
I don't
exactly
give a
what
fuck.
be happening.
Yeah,
Because if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
yeah, but for me, if I don't fuck with you, that's your cousin. No, it's not.
Exactly. Like my cousin.
That's not my cousin.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
what
not
are
my-
you saying? I
But,
don't
like,
know that
I'm-
person.
I take it to the extreme sometimes, but I'm learning to balance now. I mean, you know, after not talking to my brother for almost 9, it was 9 years,
If he was not,
and now we're talking,
You
and
had
I'm
a
like,
good talk this
this shit feel weird.
Let
Like,
me-
who
He
this
said
nigga?
it this
It's gonna
morning. He was
feel
like-
weird, but it
he's
takes
like, this
time.
So it
so
feel weird
weird.
because I'm trying to figure out if I should still talk to him or not.
Let me just say this. Let me just say
I love
this.
you. I love
First
you.
of all,
but-
I'm so proud of you guys.
oh, right.
Because I'm looking like, if
Because
the,
I was there from the beginning.
'Cause they
Tasty
Doing
the popsicle
everything.
thing. And I swore, and I held on. Y'all, that's another thing too. I am big on word. And
I
always
just
tell
want to
Yes,
say
to
she
the
ruined
point
our
where
graduation
we would
party.
see this guy, and I'm like, they
Tell
go,
you
y'all
your
brother.
I'm like,
No, it's
no,
not.
it's not.
And
Oh,
like,
He would
just
come
to
speak.
see-
What's up, Tay? What's up, sis? Where's sister at?
You was
I
in
was
ringside.
like,
No, but
What you
seriously,
mean?
just to see that you guys reconcile is
That's
amazing.
beautiful.
Because it was like,
I
I
was
have
kinda-
no idea.
It was a surprise reconcile.
it
Let me
was-
tell you. I happened to be on FaceTime with my father. He like, oh, hold on. Then my brother just popped up on the screen. I'm like, what
Well,
the
as
fuck is
long as it
happening?
happens, as
But
long as it happens,
I
you
just-
got to put
My
one
father
step
knew what he was doing.
forward.
My father said, I had been 9 years. Grow up. I'm like, but
But
I'm grown.
I do want to
Like-
express that even though we're speaking about cutoff or however we deal, on a more serious level, sometimes you really have to know how your family member is. Like,
Exactly.
I
and
was
you
just gonna
really
say that.
have
That's
to
true.
know the history of your family member, because a lot of families tend to take that one little speck and stick it to them. Oh, my mother
That's
was
me.
a drug addict. She abandoned me. Okay, but do you see the factor where she was in? Did you want to live in a crack house as a baby? Like, you know, like there are different things that traumas that live in people and demons that people live with.
And stop
And it's-
telling
and it's-
people's story too. Like I
Yeah,
feel
like-
like people be telling other people's story. Your mom did this. Let that person tell their story.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm
So
on the.
let me ask you. I want you to elaborate on that a little bit more, Jennifer. I didn't mean to cut you off. So if the person's mother, had a drug problem and now they're clean, you're saying like let that go?
No, that's gonna be your trauma.
Okay.
But you have to work through your trauma.
Right.
You have to work through your trauma. For instance, Keisha Cole and her mother.
Child, Frankie.
No, I would let her
No,
go.
I'm just saying. But on an honest level.
About 15 rehabs. Like at some point, you gotta let it go.
No, Keisha needs to let her whole family go. No shit.
No, you do. But at the end of the day, if Keisha
That whole family
but
gotta
when
go.
Keisha talks about her family members, Keisha talks about her mother's traumas and she knows what her mother's demons are. Same thing with Toya. Toya went out in the streets to go get her mother.
But see, we don't hear about her no more.
No, because
Frankie's still out here.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is,
Frankie done did rehab 5
right,
times
but what
on
I'm
BET.
saying is, in the midst of the trauma, sometimes this goes back to being the bigger person. Sometimes you really have to sector out, like, what's the cancer of the situation, because you really have some people.
Drug habit.
Not even a drug habit.
But it's not.
No,
always,
because
here's the thing, though.
that drug habit can be caused from trauma.
Well, first
the
of all,
trauma
I was
could
just
be.
getting ready to say that.
But what
That's
I'm
true.
saying
That's-
is,
I was getting
but
ready
what
to
I'm
say that.
saying is, sometimes you just really have to peel off the layers, because, like with Kirk Franklin, his situation, his baby mother was talking on the radio station to defend Kirk because she
the son's mom.
yeah, she
Oh, wow.
expressed like her and Kirk had their son as a teenager.
Oh wow.
So the son's pain brain is really coming from being a teenage born child, where Kirk was getting
Young
on
and
his
dumb.
feet, trying to
So Kirk hadn't even made Stomp yet.
right.
Oh,
And
shit.
Kirk
So-
also has other
And
issues.
mind you, and when I was hearing how she was
We
talking,
getting pre-Kirk fatherhood.
how she was talking, she was very, honest. She's like, listen, me and Kirk tried our best to co-parent. She said we had a lot of issues. They were young. They didn't know no better. They didn't know what they know as an adult,
Right.
So she tried to take care of her son the best way she could. And knowing Kirk's lifestyle and how he is now, he was trying to like get himself together. He was hardly home.
He was
Record
to
deal,
become
he was trying to get
artist.
get up and running. So his son not realizing from it, you weren't there, but he was there. He just wasn't there in the way that he needed to be.
But you know what, though? I'm going to tell you right now, as a person who grew up in a house with siblings who lived outside my house, and I had my father in my house, they will never be able to do that.
And that, but
I'm
that's
not
what the
shaming my
mother was
brothers, but
saying.
we have these open dialogues with each other. Because, like, I know it's different for you. You haven't experienced siblings outside your house. My siblings have voice to me and Rock. Or y'all had daddy. Y'all know what that feel like. So for him, you not there for me, but you there for them.
But I'm not
what
a
I'm saying?
product of that, but I'm raising that.
Yes, you are raising that. And that's
So
true. So
in the
from his
same
perspective-
sector, I saw myself in her because she's like, I'm telling you how he is. Now, mind you, my situation, I don't got no co-parenting. I don't have no co-parenting with my first child. Everybody watching this know that. So it is
that
what it is.
Unfortunate.
Now, it is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I expressed to my son, this is what the deal is. He has seen it for himself. Are you going to go through trauma? Yes, you are. But I just want you to know, as a young man growing up, don't hold that, because as you grow into an older man, that's going to harden your heart. At the end of the day, you have to look at what you have. You're being raised in a proper environment. You have had support systems from left and right. You're on a path to success. I have made sure that these things have, come along the way.
Right.
And you, as an older person, have to express your feeling. So like his mother was stating, they went through all the channels, therapy, sit down, and now that Kirk has his life, he knows from his mistake. He married a woman, living a proper life, raising kids in a better atmosphere. So his son is looking at it like, I didn't get that. No, you didn't. And Kirk's like, I know you didn't. What else you want me to do? Lay out as
But
a
let
carpet?
me tell you how my brothers would put it. How my older brother would put it is he'll say, I watch daddy marry your mother and he was in the house with y'all and all that stuff. Like, did he even try with mine? And now listen, we weren't born, so we don't know, none of us was born. We don't know what the parents went through, but that question will always be there. Each one of my brothers who were born outside my parents' marriage, before and after, they ask that question. Like, well, why didn't daddy do it with my mother? So they start to take on that emotion.
And it's
like,
a hard thing
and it's
to
not
unleash.
their emotion to carry. It's the parents' emotion.
And not saying that the son don't have a right to
you
feel
will need
how
a lot
he
of
feels.
therapy.
But now it explains why Kirk said what he said. Like, you're not going to disrespect me like this. Especially, he was asking for something.
Yes.
He was asking for something that was out of his means.
And he told his father to kiss his ass.
He told his father to kiss. So, all right, then what the fuck? Like, get the fuck off my phone.
I want to ask you some shit and say, you know what? Kiss my ass. Bro.
If Levi, I want to be clear. Godmother and aunt.
And aunts.
I better get him.
If Levi tell you to kiss his ass, you already know auntie yoking up. But speaking of kids kissing ass, that young girl who was sending nudes of her ass.
Wait, I didn't
and vagina,
you know, I've been out of
and breast. This happened a couple weeks ago, and the mom went on TikTok.
I got a lot to say about that.
And like
so
exposed her, calling her bitches and saying the next one of you. So the girl was like what, 12, 13? She's definitely a minor.
She literally looked like she was
Very
10 or 11.
much
She
like 10.
Okay, so she was 10. Let's set it up for Rock because I don't know. She was 10, and she was sending pictures of her butt and vagina and little ass breasts to men who were not minors. They could have been 18, 19. They was paying $5 a picture, according to the mother.
That girl put a price on her coochie.
Listen, sis,
$5. Wow.
Not supporting child pornography, not at all.
No.
But no. So she was doing
They
it,
was
right?
going to do Instagram.
Her mother went on TikTok to expose her own daughter as a means to chastise her. And she got on TikTok and made a video and said, had her daughter standing behind her. You couldn't see the mother's face. And she was like, you see her? She ain't got no ass. Degrading her daughter on TikTok to the whole world. She ain't got no ass. Y'all pictures of this? She ain't got no titties. She not pretty, like, going in on her daughter, calling her types of bitches and everything. And people in the comments was like, we going to skip past the picture part, sis. Why are you talking about that?
I don't agree with that at all.
So Kat, I know you had a lot to say.
I have a lot to say about that because,
Go on.
one, what is the fascination with these young parents exposing your kids on social media? I just want to know what the fascination is, one. I just think if you want to punish your child, you don't have to put on a show. Yeah. They're already embarrassed. These kids are in a different era. They're killing themselves at higher rates because of social media. We didn't have that. So the pressure was not as bad as now. Then second of all, you're degrading her body. This is going to be a child that's going to probably mold into an Instagram model that thinks now I have to get my body done because my mom told me I have a flat ass. I have no, like, I just feel like instead of having a conversation as a woman to her, to tell her to, you know, value your body as a temple and do et cetera, you just degraded her to the point that now and now she feels like these are the people who are giving me attention, so why not even, like, continue to do it?
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Jen, you have a daughter. If it was Madison, Jen, like, it won't ever fucking be Madison. If it was Madison, though, I know you wouldn't go on TikTok. And what would be your approach if you found out Maddie was out here?
Okay, so
$5 a pop. So
don't get me
$5 a
okay.
pop.
Not funny, y'all.
It's not funny. We're not supporting child pornography. I'm just saying.
Don't get me wrong.
You gotta laugh when the little girl's crying. You gotta try to make a smile.
I agree with Kat to a certain extent.
Okay.
Because, like I said 2 episodes ago, these young kids don't care. Okay. You could yell at them behind closed doors. They don't care. TikTok and social media is where all their friend sector is. You yell at your child, and they be like, "Oh, girl, what happened?" Girl, my mother thought she could. You thought I could. The same way you. First of all, I'm raising you, and giving you all the needs that are met, and you are putting yourself online for $5
a pop
that I could give you. $5.
I want to be clear.
You could buy. You could take the allowance I had, go to the candy store, and buy some candy and sell it on the street for $1 and get $5.
You get into some territory.
No, I know. But however, you selling yourself for $5. You already degrading. You're degrading me and you're degrading yourself. I'm embarrassing your ass.
On social media?
Oh, I'm embarrassing you.
On social media?
Yeah.
So let me embarrass mom, though. Why did your daughter feel a need to make money?
That's what I'm going to say.
That, too.
Why did your daughter feel like I got to sell my vagina for $5 a pop if my needs are being met? If my mom is
because as a mom, you can teach your child the right way. But
Their peer pressure is way different than our peer
God, don't do-
pressure.
Madison,
That's
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 Okay, you could give your child $5, $20.
Madison, don't do that shit. 'Cause
Madison
Madison already told
already-
us
first
she's
of
gonna
all-
wild out on Instagram.
My children already know.
Madison. No,
They know. I let my kids know off the bat. My friends know how to work social media. I'm not that dumb parent that don't know how to work technology. I'm up on it. Do I have TikTok? No.
Remember when Jada
But
said,
my
"Well, I got
friends do.
Snapchats." I said, "What?"
Right.
You know what my son look like.
Right.
They know. Some pop up on a screen. Let me know.
Now I'm scared.
Because
You
now,
gonna go online
because
and
now
start
it's
lying?
more embarrassing that my friend had to see you with your $5 ass showing to
Not the
adults.
$5 ass.
I'm just you
But
put it up
Jen,
there for $5.
Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing, though. Like Cat, let's touch on
$5 a pop.
A pop.
I hear
If
all
she
of that.
If she sold 10 pictures that week, we had 50 already.
It don't matter. You
What I'm
should
saying-
you should not.
Sis probably was making a
Sis
profit.
got
I'm just speaking on the
Sis
level
out
of
here
I
about to
don't
get a fashion
know.
over outfit.
I
Let
don't
me-
know
let me
what
the
their
fuck up outta
situation
here.
is. I don't know what their situation
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
However,
For the child to
you
feel compelled to sell it and not just give
but
it away.
you still can put your child on a high pedestal and teach them right. If they choose
That's
to
true.
do wrong, they're gonna do
and that is
wrong.
very much
But-
But
true.
Jennifer, cut you off, Kat. As Kat mentioned, suicide rates and all that, because I feel like that speaks to parenting too. If your child felt a need to do that, negatively and positively,
You're
because you
trying
could
to
be
get
doing the right thing.
attention.
But okay,
But why?
So that means
Why?
something's missing.
She's not
Because-
valued.
Be-
As a,
something's
but
missing.
she's not
Again,
valued.
Wait,
Okay,
can I speak on
again.
something real quick? I want to say something about that real quick because you
What?
know I dealt with kids that
Yes, this is just sex
suffered from trying to commit suicide. Something happened in the
neglect and all
household.
that. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of kids told me that when they try to talk to their parents, they have the mind frame of, "I take care of you. You have no opinion. You have no voice. Do what I say."
So I'm gonna sell it for $5.
Or when they try to tell them, what's going on with them, you have parents who shut you out. When you do that, that makes your child act out for attention. So maybe this was a cry for help from her mother.
Could have been.
Okay.
Possibly.
So,
Jen,
so our
you
question
would
to
you would
is,
you would discipline Madison. I
I'm
understand
embarrassed.
that.
No,
You
in
can
her
embarrass her,
way,
but you
showing
would
her
not
body,
degrade
in
her
her
in
show-
the
no,
fashion that
calling her-
she did.
calling
no, the mom was like,
She
this,
No, I
literally-
saw what she did.
You don't have to lessen a human
I
being in
understand
that.
that, but we're looking at on that side. But think about it as a mom that had to see her daughter put herself.
So
on.
she's worried about her embarrassment
And not
more
her
than.
daughter's
I'm worried. First of all, you gotta understand this. Once she do that TikTok, I gotta come off your Instagram. I gotta attack every
That's
adult that's
facts.
coming your way.
That's what she
I
was
have
doing.
to sit there and protect you from all these pedophiles that's looking at you.
That's what
That's
she
So
said.
I have to
facts.
put up a fight too. We both in this together. But at the
But
end
what
of
does
the
that
day,
have to
if
do
y'all
by
fighting
talking
together,
about
why
her
you fighting
body?
against her?
That's what I'm saying.
talking
You're
about
degrading her on social media for what?
If you're gonna fight for
what?
her, don't fight her too at the same time.
I just want
Listen,
to add something.
She's a
to this.
child
go
at
ahead,
the end
Sam.
of the day.
Real
a
quick.
child trying to act like an adult.
But
Jen.
why is she acting like an
Jen,
adult?
just
But hold
don't
on,
hit
hold on,
me.
It's a
Your
trigger
hand-
to
your hand
every-
Tay
keep
said don't
I
flying.
ain't gonna hit you.
No, you
Your
started. You
hand
started.
keep flying this way, and I don't know.
No, wait. Let me just say something to you.
Wait,
As a behaviorist, it's
Hold
a,
on.
Okay,
Wait,
head,
shit.
Oh, I
That's
thought
what I had to say
I thought
one
you wanted
thing.
to add. I ain't know. Thought you trying to duck a punch.
I've been trying to
I-
punch. I know.
So
being
no, I ain't about to punch nobody.
Duck a punch.
Oh, okay. But I feel like at the same time, this mom embarrassed her daughter. And then you still have them kids that are still rebellious who will go out there like, yeah, my mother did that. And so what? Because they don't want to look dumb.
This
And they
is true.
still do it. And then they do it worse than they did the first time.
Yeah.
So what are you accomplishing and embarrassing your child in public?
Yeah. Because her daughter wasn't selling. So apparently the daughter was taking the pictures and selling them in private DMs. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like, it's not like her daughter vagina was all over the internet. Or, I mean, it was in niggas' DMs, and niggas was paying $5 for. This is
You
weird.
know,
they
I'm
ask
not
It's getting
the
weird.
way that
Boom.
she
But
the
like,
way
the
that
way
she
so here's the thing.
the
her
way
daughter
that
was-
she did it, putting her daughter on TikTok, making her show herself.
Now it's
Yeah.
public.
She was like,
But
turn around.
remember,
show
I
your
said
fat
I'm
ass.
gonna embarrass you. I didn't say in that sector.
So
I
what
didn't
did
say
you
like
do?
that. I'm embarrassing you like this. Open your Instagram. Open your story.
Uh-huh.
I want you to tell on your story how old you are, and I want you to express what you did. You gonna give me the phone
Right now?
You hear what she said? No, I'm gonna say you hear what she said, right? She's a 10-year-old girl
Yeah.
who did something that's real inappropriate.
Yeah.
I suggest, like she said, get out the DM, because if I find you in a DM, I'm pressing charges. I'm
charges,
finding
she
your
just
ass.
But she said
But
all
we're,
that after she
but
called
we're
us
posting
bitches
that
and
on
fat
everything
asses and all
because
that stuff.
you're going to tell what you did, and we're going to do that because that is their private. That's their platform.
That's their lifeline.
Social media is their platform. You yelling at your child behind closed doors ain't making nothing but a dent. It's not. You got kids in class going in schools on social media while they're in school, videotaping their teachers.
Let's get into that though. So maybe I'm gonna cut you off, Kat. Maybe the same way your mother used to come to school and beat your ass in front of the class.
I'm doing
The new version is to do it on your social media.
Nah, I got my ass
No,
beat in
I
class.
do that. I pop
No,
up
I'm
at
saying
school.
back in the day, parents used to come to school. Not all parents. My parents have to do that to me, but
Yeah, to
parents
me, yeah.
came to school and whipped their kids' ass in the
Right.
classroom.
I was
so
one
maybe
of them.
now the new version. The fucked up part about this is this though. It's secluded to the classroom.
Right.
Take our trauma, y'all. But now you're doing it to not only the guys that she sent the pictures to, it's all her friends who probably didn't know. It's people like us who will never see this girl that's going to find out about it. Why do I need to know that? Because now we're talking about it on the podcast. So now this has not only embarrassed her to her peers, it has embarrassed her to the world. I think the extent of the embarrassment is too much.
They just don't have the emotional capacity
Like us.
like we had. I'm sorry.
These kids are too suicidal.
These kids do not have the emotional capacity that we
They
have.
don't.
And
They
I'd
don't.
rather not embarrass my child to save his life.
No, you're right. Because
That will eat you up more than
Because if your daughter commits suicide after you make her get on there and say, I'm 10 years old, I'm popping
But then
pussy
if she
for these
commits
grown men.
suicide because her butt all
But now
over
you're going to be
social
at that funeral
media,
crying. You're going to be on the floor. I'm going to leave you there.
There's
Let me tell you
so
why.
many open
I'ma
holes
say,
to it.
If you ain't
There
embarrassed
is,
her,
Jen, but-
she would have felt need to die. So at the end of the day,
there's so many open holes to it.
it is.
So
you gotta
It
be
is,
careful.
it is.
Me?
You gotta be careful.
Me, as being a parent of a teenager and a young child, you do that, I'm embarrassing you. But I'm not embarrassing you.
Madison, please
I'm
don't
not
do it.
embarrassing you like that mother did, but we're going to
Address it somehow.
address it. And I'm going to let you know there are consequences. You thought that you was hot and you was getting it. Now I'm gonna really show you
I
what
was
it
hot.
is to have consequences like that. And we're gonna have a talk. And don't think I'm gonna just embarrass you and leave it and drop the mic. No, I'm not. We're gonna have a whole conversation about this because I do want to know what made you do that. But in the back of your brain, I want you to remember you would never do that again. Ever.
That's the whole
Because
point.
now,
That-
yes, your
that's-
friends will
that-
make
I get
fun of
that.
you, but your friends are now making fun of you because you were wrong.
Right.
Not because, oh, look,
Or
you put your
because
butt out
mom
there.
They might not even. But here's the other part. Now we know this.
These kids be like, your mother yelled at you.
Exactly. The thing is this though, Gen Z and Gen Alpha is built different. They might not even be making fun of them because they were wrong. They might feel like, how much money you made. They're gonna make fun of you because your mom embarrassed. Not it's the embarrassment piece. It's the it won't even. This generation's so fucked up that they ain't gonna
It
care
is.
about
I feel so
what
sorry
you
for my
did
child.
that was wrong. They're gonna care about your
No.
mom was talking about your flat butt on social media, and
And
now
then they're gonna be calling her flat,
flat
butt.
butt.
ass.
Exactly.
Like,
Flat
I just
butt.
don't
Flat butt
understand.
SpongeBob boy.
But why degrade?
They
Why do you
call her
have to talk
flat butt
about someone's
regardless.
physical
so why
appearance?
if you and your kid?
Oh,
being-
I'm not talking about her physical
No, I'm
appearance.
just saying.
The
I'm just
mom.
talking about like
Oh.
I don't understand what did that have to do with
physical
anything.
appearance, her mom.
Because her
mom
mother
looked too
was
hard.
enraged. Her mom was enraged.
She
And she
went
was
too hard.
she was mad. She was really, really mad because it's like I didn't teach you to be like this. It's all of that is flowing through her, and then we
Yes,
don't know how
but you
she
can say
found
that
out
in
about
private.
it. Her,
That's
we
true.
don't know how she found out about it. She could have found out through one of her male friends or something. That's even
Well, then
more.
that
Well, then that
No.
means how did he know?
That
That's
nigga-
questionable.
That nigga done paid $5.
You never know. And listen, we don't know
Not
exactly
$5.
how our
We
people are
don't.
behind closed doors.
She did raise her.
And
Yeah,
it's just like how we look on social media and we be like, is that such and such daughter back? Wait, and you take
That's
a
true, we
screenshot
see stuff.
and you be like, Kat, isn't it such and such daughter? It's like
That's
that.
true.
So you don't know how the mother found out. You know? We don't know. She could have logged into her Instagram one day because she on top of her. She saw that she did that. It's like, well, damn, sis. And even if you are getting it, trying to get attention, what if we already are trying to navigate that and pinpoint that from past stuff? Now you done escalated to this too. A parent
gotta
can
add
get
it on to the
tired.
list.
Well, if it's escalated, that means that the mom is doing something wrong.
Not
Because let me tell you
necessarily. No,
something.
I don't agree with
but
that.
No,
it's
no,
not-
no.
it's not working, so it's
Jen.
wrong.
I don't agree with that
Jen,
because you could be doing whatever you have to do.
That
And
means
you
right.
that
still-
doesn't mean it's right. You could be doing everything, but you still don't have the issue to the problem.
No, I'm saying, what if
There's
you do
a
have
prob-
the core
this
to the
girl
problem? and
really
you're-
does not feel valued enough, and that is the
First of
core.
all, she says $5.
There's something missing from her that her mom's not getting.
Something, or it might be something that the child is really suffering from that she's not telling the mother that she's not.
Which
how to
means
do
you're
it.
not doing
That's
something
what I'm
right
trying
to
to
get to
get
the
at.
core of the issue. This could be a self-esteem issue. This could be a mental health issue. Speaking of that, we want to drop something in real
could
quick,
be,
y'all.
but we gonna-
Please
we ain't
visit
doing that, though.
mypsychiatrist.com
We not doing
and
that.
mypsychology.com to get your mata, your psyche right.
I actually
But-
visited mypsychology.com.
Ooh, what happened?
I'm still looking for therapy.
It's so many options.
No,
Therapy.
but
so many options.
I've been in touch with a couple, and I'm just trying to see who's the right fit for me. But
That's
it does
true.
work,
That's true.
and there are
I love
Yeah.
that.
a lot
site.
of therapists up there that can possibly help you. Ooh.
And actually, when I picked my psychologist, I picked one that was very versatile because they tell you what. But I wanted one that actually dealt with grief, every single thing. So when I'm going through possibly these things in my life, that person would have all that.
Yeah, that one
background.
person.
Well, I need a
Right.
new therapist. Mine fucking fired.
Huh?
She got fired just like that nigga. Let me tell you something.
What?
Wait,
At the
wait.
end of the day, I feel like
That went When she left. told me this, I was like,
I said, "Cat, everybody gotta go." Let me tell you something. I feel like my therapist. Don't get me wrong.
That
I
went
will not
left.
take for Monica. Shout out to her.
Damn,
She-
Monica, you fired.
Let me tell you why she fired. She turned me to a bitch I wasn't supposed to be. Listen,
wait,
Huh?
what?
I'm about to get into it. Cat already know how I feel. I'm gonna
Which
tell-
topic this falling under?
I wish,
Mental
Mental
health?
health.
I
All
wish
right, I
at
wanted to
this
make
point
sure.
I could take the red pill, blue pill.
No, it ain't gonna be crazy, best friend. I promise. So what I said to Kat this week was Monica helped me navigate any emotional blockage I had as a human. Like, you know, going as a child of divorce, as a person who see people who y'all know it's hard for me to love people, take them serious, shit like that. She's helped me navigate that, understand that. I will always value her for that. She helped me get through traumas. I didn't realize at 32 I really wasn't over my parents being divorced when I was 13. Like, she helped me understand why I react so quick to certain things, why I'm always over analyzing and not like living in the situation. Shout out to her for that. But she made me so vulnerable and so transparent in 2020 that I was allowing certain individuals to take advantage of me, something I would never do. Because she would say, well, is this you tapping into, happening to your child? I'm like, you might be right. And it allowed me to be taken advantage of. And I feel like that's not what I came to you for. I feel like I kind of hung on to your advice a little too much, and it changed me so much that I didn't recognize myself.
So you felt lost a little
I
bit.
felt lost. I shouldn't be going to therapy and then feeling lost in my responses to people. Like, I'm here for growth. I'm here to heal from traumas. I'm here to become a better person, but I'm not here to become a dumb bitch. So at the end of the day, she gotta go. He gotta go. Everybody fucking going.
Be
Hello,
My
2021.
Peace
My
podcast.
therapist always
sponsored
say
by
this.
Manje.
Well, shout out to my therapist,
My
Jane. 'cause
So
she
I
therapist-
am
helped
looking
me.
for a new therapist.
My therapist always say you don't have to trust someone 100%. Always leave that 2%.
Exactly. But for me, because
That's
me and her,
true.
You know what it was though? Because me and her did so much work, and again, I really, y'all can see a difference compared to
We have.
person who will wild out over a fucking chill, person who like, "Man, that's good."
Yo,
So like, there's a difference. No, I mean,
You had to be there.
you had to beat it.
Nah, dead ass. So I seen the difference in my reaction to stuff. Like, I seen the difference. So I really, truly do appreciate her for that. But I feel like navigating how to apply these new methods of things tools she's given me, I lost myself. And the whole point of therapy is to find yourself.
Wow.
So I lost myself trying to become this person that I probably wasn't supposed to become, either this fast or this hard. It's like, yeah, Marie, you could learn to love people. Like, you can actually genuinely love. You can learn to trust people. You can learn to do. But I like jumped into this shit head first. New me, 2020, new year, new me. It literally was a new me to the point that I was like, bitch, is this you?
So-
like, I didn't know who it was. So now I'm on a new journey for a new therapist because
I have a
can't
question.
find Monica anyway. Bitch,
I have a
got COVID.
question.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
I have a
So
question.
at the end of the day, I just need a new therapist.
I have a question for you though.
Sure.
This is what my therapist Jane taught
Shout out
me.
to Jane, because Jane been helping you.
Yeah, she helped me find balance. That's my question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Monica didn't give you. You didn't lose yourself. Monica can't hold your hand through everything.
That's true.
You have to learn how to balance out the advice that she give you.
This is true. So let me tell you
So-
what Monica struggled with as my therapist, though.
Go ahead.
Y'all know in this room, I'm gonna read black and white. I'm literally yes or no. I still struggle with gray. I feel like gray is dangerous territory for me. I don't like gray. I need a yes or a no. I need a this or that. I do not like gray. I'm not comfortable in gray, but balance is in gray. So I can't blame her. She, again, did a wonderful job. But I felt like, okay, Ramiro, if you're going to grow, you got to change completely. That's the black or white. I can't find the gray. So I changed completely. I became too understanding, like too willing and accepting of certain shit because I can't find gray. So now I'm back at fuck everything.
So let me tell you what Jane told me in our last session when we was at the house. Mm-hmm. She said, I told her that I was struggling with the old Rymera and the new Rymera. She said, no, you're not. I said, what you mean? She said, you got to learn how to apply both in different situations. Mm.
See,
shout out to Jane.
Shout out to Jane. So
like
I
that.
basically got to be old me and new me.
But did you express that?
Upon the situation.
But did you express that to Monica?
She know.
That you was struggling with the gray area?
She always told me you have to let go of control. That's another issue.
But it's not about letting go of control.
Like,
it's about learning how to apply. Okay. For example, I know that now with my being in 5 days, is certain things that I can't control, and there's certain things that I can control. So the controllable Rymera will control, okay, Ree has my son, Jen has my son. I'm here. I can control my meds and my doctors. I can't control MS. So let go of the control stages, Rymera.
Well, this is what we left off at. If I was you in the hospital, I would have fucking left. Like, I have a really
and that's where you have to.
Really
the therapist
hard
can't
time
help you figure that out.
Being able to not control everything. So because I live in black and white, I don't live in gray. Even in work, I'm black and white. I'm
you
like,
know
yo,
how we struggle with
this
that.
is the law. Like, Ramiro, now I don't hear that shit. This is the law.
Don't break the fucking table.
But
Ree.
like,
or your nails. The
I
fuck?
know, right? So like, because I've always been black and white as a kid. We touched this on episode 1 with me and my parents. I'm always black and white. My whole life for me is black and white. So when someone says after 32 years, you gotta learn how to live in the gray. What the fuck is gray?
Nah, Jane,
what
tell
you
me that.
mean? It's yes or no. It's
But that's
AOP.
how life is, though.
What I'm learning so far is I don't have to change.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you what I mean by that.
No, all right. Get into that. I don't have to change. What do you mean?
I don't have to change.
So what do you have to do?
I have to apply certain things in certain situations.
But doesn't that require a bit of change?
No, I'm gonna tell you no.
What do you mean?
Like
I usually get into it.
That's your gray area.
Yeah, but if you're not used to living in the gray
I'ma
area,
tell you,
don't you have to change?
So
to
y'all keep saying I changed. I didn't change. I just grew up.
That's
You're
not
trying to say I'm
change.
childish?
I'm being real. I didn't change.
I don't think you. Hold on.
I
I've
still
never told
wow
you that
out.
you changed. I never told you that you changed.
No, people have told me I've changed. Here's the thing.
If y'all seen a change, show me.
I
What
haven't
changed?
changed. I've basically acted accordingly.
I
I'm
feel
gonna get to that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to that. I've acted
she
accordingly.
has
That's true.
changed.
Because this past 5 days have shown me that about you.
I've acted accordingly.
What do
I
you-
can
but
still
Tay,
be
what do you
myself
mean
and
by-
not feel like I'm torn.
But hold on.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, even if you can still be you and look at things different. That I feel like that's a little
change.
bit of a change. Like, not saying that you switched up completely, but you changed your way of thinking, the way you handle things. So I feel like it's still a little
that's
bit of a
change,
change.
but so because I struggle with y'all not gonna change me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
So,
but that's different.
that
like,
was- it was
you
more-
talking
for
about
me-
changing you as a person. We're not changing
No,
you
I mean
as a
in
person.
general, like even my parenting, because Levi has made me evolve.
Change.
That's change.
Children
No,
do
no,
that
no.
to you.
He made me change, but it's
All right,
certain things
thank you.
about me.
That's what he's trying to
but
get at.
I
You
don't
have
mean-
to
but I
change
don't
something.
mean-
You
What I
can't
mean
just be
is,
the
what I
same.
mean is, when you say that she is gray for you, it's not about it. You being this new 2020 me. No, it's about you can still be a little bit of the old you and a little bit of the new you. It's how you apply it to the situation.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that I've changed. I've taken the new tools
That's my point.
as the old me.
So you're really
and
not
just-
changing. You're just applying it to certain situations.
Let me tell you why it's changed for me though. Because new me is not old me.
But you did.
So it's like-
you definitely did change. 'Cause I'm like, bitch, you what the fuck?
Well,
But
now I'm back.
But it's not. That's what I'm trying to
But
tell you.
I don't-
It's not about change.
But
It's
hold on,
about.
I wanna tell you,
it's
I'm
about
back
taking those
now.
new tools and applying it to your
But
life.
I told
but you
Kat,
can still be the
I
same.
feel like
you.
the old me. I feel like pre-COVID me. But because of the tools Monica gave me, and I have new perspective of how to handle shit. Y'all ain't got to worry about me flying off the handle by the chair. But
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I promise I
You
won't
had to
wild
be there.
God, you had to, y'all. Fact. But so you don't have to worry about that part because I have new tools, new perspective on life, and then I'm older. Like some certain shit I don't have the energy for. But now between Monica and like really, really, really coming in tune with spirituality, we grew up in a very religious house. And I will tell everyone right now, I'm not going to sit up here and say I believe in God. There's a lot of gods. There's Allah. There's Buddha. There's a lot of people. I believe in a spiritual power. There is someone controlling this. There is a higher power. Is his name God? I don't know. Didn't meet him yet. But coming into alignment with my spirituality, understanding real energy from yourself, power with, partnered with Monica giving me new perspective on things and why I react a certain way. I'm trying to get to the gray, but I feel like the gray is a little weak. When it's black and white, it's just stern, it's straightforward.
Facts.
Gray makes me feel like this is a weak decision. So that's why I'm struggling with gray, because it's like I like certainty. I like certainty. I don't like things that aren't certain. So I'm gonna get a new therapist anyway, though.
So you got
If
a
the
problem
same
with
shit happened with
got
the
a
new
problem
therapist,
with,
we gonna know it's me and not the therapist.
you got a problem with showing a sign of weakness.
Yeah, I ain't no weak bitch. But
It's not about his.
No,
What
you
I
asked me
learned
a question.
about vulnerability. Speaking of which, ladies and
But you
gentlemen,
can have
I have a
you
book
can-
for you guys that Jane told me to listen to, and it's a TED Talk too, and
Okay.
it's about vulnerability.
give it to me. Because I struggle
hold
with
on.
that. And you know what's crazy? You know
What
the
time
irony
is
is something's going on.
What is that noise?
Oh, okay. We ain't editing it out. Fuck it. This is real.
Real rap roll.
Yeah. No, but what I was
So
gonna
it's
say,
a TED
Go ahead,
Talk
Rob.
by I had sent it to Jennifer. It's called The Price of Vulnerability.
I need to start reading
And
that.
Brene Brown.
It's a video.
Brene
Shout
Brown.
I
out.
gotta watch the video.
It's a TED Talk.
But then you know
She
what the
speaks a
irony
lot
in
about
this?
vulnerability.
Uh-huh.
She do a lot of TED Talk conferences about vulnerability, and she's just like you. That's
What
the
do you
crazy
mean?
part.
It's
Her-
only one me, baby.
no, I'm serious. Like her attitude, her stance, she like black and white. It's not
That's it.
gray.
It's so hard.
But she had to really speak on why it's actually good to be vulnerable.
Now let me tell you some shit though with me, and y'all know
And how
I
it's
got a lot of shit with
beneficial.
me. One of my 5 non-negotiables is my mate needs to be vulnerable, and I always get hit with, "Bitch, you ain't vulnerable." And I'm like, "This ain't about me. It's called balance. If you vulnerable and I'm not, we got some balance. We can figure it out. If you're being vulnerable with me, I can try to meet you halfway." With me being vulnerable, according to Monica, this is tied to a lot of childhood shit, a lot of things you see your parents go through, your peers go through. Childhood, we went through adolescence, we went through everything because your personality is molded throughout your whole life. Sometimes, listen, you can go through you can be the best person in the world, go through a traumatic relationship, and it will change as an adult, and it will change your entire personality. So like we never stop growing or evolving. You can't blame everything on childhood traumas. So what me and Monica used to get into is my relationships as an adult, my very early high school relationship, stuff like that. So me lacking vulnerability but wanting vulnerability is tied to that, because I feel like I'm gonna be vulnerable with you when I trust you 100%. That's gonna take some time. But I want your person
I
that
don't
I'm
trust
with.
anybody.
I do you one
100%.
better.
That's why it's gonna take
Brene
some time.
Brown has a podcast about vulnerability.
Really? What's the
Yes.
podcast?
Her podcast
I mean,
is called-
I'm willing to work on being vulnerable, but after this experience, which has caused me trauma in 2020, Tay, why you? 2020 caused me
vulnerability-
trauma, y'all.
I didn't
Don't
realize.
look at
I
me.
didn't realize how vulnerability is a problem for a lot of people.
It's really a
until,
problem.
I
Yes.
started following Brene Brown.
It's because you've always been like that, though.
Yeah,
You've
that's
always
the-
been vulnerable, and I'm not.
Nah, well,
I'm not
according
like
to
that.
Jane, I wasn't vulnerable enough. I said, "Oh,
What?
Well, but when she
So
broke
Jane
it
grew up
down,
with you.
no, when she broke it down, I'm like, you
Jane
probably
grew up with
know. Here's the thing: when she broke it down, I said, you're probably right. I was roaming with the wrong people, and I was holding back from the right people. See, Jane,
Yeah.
Before we
Jane
get deep into
becoming
vulnerability,
weird.
we're getting real deep. We
Jane
getting real deep.
becoming
We're
real
getting
Nicole,
deep. We're getting real deep
Nicole,
tonight.
let me be the first or the second. I don't know what fucking number I am, but let me be
In line.
yes to acknowledge your growth, girl.
Thank
Right?
you. Shout
I
out to
did.
Jane.
I'm proud of you.
Best 125 every week.
Like, girl, this is
Damn, 125. I'm in the wrong.
Nah,
I need
Nah,
another
she
side
really,
hustle.
Jane is really a good therapist, and
Well,
like,
tell Jane
she's
your sister coming.
she's
Now,
so
tell her I'm
backed
coming with a
up.
lot of
Her
baggage from my old
caseload is
therapist.
I'm not
swear.
coming to Jane.
and she helps me like really. We sit on the laptop for an hour, and I was in the whole time in the hospital. I was online because I was texting her the whole time, and she was on a family trip, and she was texting me the whole way.
Oh, I need Jane because Monica been missing since about November.
You
And
know
I
what?
honestly don't even know if she alive.
And
No,
I
a
was
lot
like,
of these
I was
therapists,
having
a lot of
panic
these
attacks.
therapists have been going through it because
Like,
my
yeah.
first therapist, she's nowhere.
All right,
to be
tell
found.
Jane I'm coming. I got United Health. We're gonna figure it out.
Well, yeah.
But before we get too, because it got a little deep, it's getting a little. I want to
Now,
shout out a few.
I really am into mental health. Like I really am now.
No, it has helped you though,
'Cause
because
you know, I
You even
realized,
talking different. I don't understand this tone that you talking in.
this tone been
because
mellow as hell.
let
This
me
whole
tell
Yeah,
you.
because usually, because you
Real
tell
animated.
me.
That was probably the lesion 2 weeks ago. But
Word, you was wild on the first episode. Now
so
you mad.
that was probably the lesion. I probably need a little bit. No, but
First of all, TNT.
we
We
came
found
a
the
little
second
strong.
episode.
He wasn't
Yeah.
here.
Nah, but
we'll
I
go
know,
watch.
we
we'll
think
go
that-
Found out. You
we'll
should
go
have
watch
watched it.
it then.
you know what?
Because Kat was a city girl. Her and her boyfriend.
You might. That's like an episode was really good. I was, baby. I need to know why y'all was out here. Y'all being Bonnie and Clyde.
Kat was like, I would be like, we going to this nigga house.
Not the boyfriend was a city girl. That's funny. All right.
But wait,
No,
before you,
but
I
really-
don't want to miss this
I
piece.
I
though.
found that when you remain calm, here's what I learned. When
You was
argue-
too calm for me these past 5 days.
When you arguing with somebody and they turned up and you like, you alright? They looking crazy as fuck. They looking crazy as fuck. Like, okay.
Maybe I do my thing this week.
Like this morning when I called you on three-way, I'm
Yeah.
like, he called me turned up. I'm like, I'm gonna
Our
need
brother
you to,
called us lit as hell.
I'm
and
like,
Nicole
I
was
need
like,
you to rock.
all right, I'm going to need you to calm down. I was like,
Cause what I realize is
what?
I'm a wild out, you gonna wild out. Nobody point getting across. That's number one. Not everybody on go mode and nothing got resolved. My whole thing now with being there for 5 days is to get to the solution.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still wild out. But then I'm going to get to the solution.
Yeah.
Maybe my wild out is the solution. Like, I don't know. Again, black.
It's like, if
But
you
I
got
think
the-
find
I
the
think
gray.
Ree's issue is what my issue was,
Which
because
is?
my I know what my vulnerability was, and I was
I was trying to
tore
keep my
down.
calm, too.
No, but
See?
I had that pull where it's like, yeah, it's either black and white. Either tell me you want it or you don't.
Period.
Tell me you need it or you don't. And don't disappoint me, because I don't like to be disappointed.
And on top of that, you know what gray is for me? I'm going to tell you exactly. This shit going to make sense to y'all. Gray for me is if a nigga off you, I'll be like, if you want to. Bitch, am I coming or not? You want me there or not?
That this is
The
true,
gray
but
is
coming from
if you wanna come,
an area
If
where
that's what you want to do.
I had to like
Like,
literally tear down walls, like I felt like an open pour, and that's like the
I ain't got
worst.
time for that.
That's the worst feeling to be in. But I will say, when you as the individual know what your vulnerability spots are,
all of them.
you won't allow that person to trigger them. So I understand.
It's all of them, though. It's let my
No,
it's
it is.
from head
It is.
to my
But
pinky
you
toe.
really, your
Like, all
vulnerability
of it.
doesn't come from the person. Your vulnerability is within you.
Oh, absolutely.
That was the advice I gave him
Absolutely.
this morning.
So
I said,
you really
can't-
have to peel off, like, what is it that
But
that
when you're
makes
not
you like
being
that.
vulnerable at all, you ain't got to peel shit. Because it's like, okay.
Here's the thing: not being vulnerable can make you cold sometimes too.
that's what I'm gonna say, because you don't have empathy
Well, we know
towards
that
yourself.
about me, though.
but that makes
But
you.
that-
That'll have you in life.
Hey, why you
just
smile?
like-
What you trying to say, best friend? Say it out loud.
I mean,
I'm just listening.
This
No.
is getting real deep.
No, but
'cause
we
I
know
really-
that
Yeah,
about
it's
me.
a
really
lot.
real
That's why I'm
deep.
just sitting here like,
it's
like,
really
okay.
vulnerability.
This is therapy right here. I get y'all therapy
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I get y'all
Party.
therapy today. You don't want to walk around here cold.
I was like a mom.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm traumatized from COVID. So
What do you mean?
really
you
don't.
Because I really watched them put tubes in the man.
Oh, you mean
like,
these last 5 days?
So you don't want to walk around here with all this
Hardening.
hardening in your heart.
But why
Hardening.
not?
Because
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why not.
What?
Remember how I texted you?
No,
and
it's a
said-
real serious
I'm gonna
question,
tell you
Kate.
why.
People
I'm gonna
struggle
tell you
with
why.
it.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
And they
I'm
say cuz.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
my
soften your heart.
It's more words.
I'm gonna soften your heart. When I text you and said, "Ree, I might can't walk no more."
I was crying at work. This is true. I was in the
You
middle of
don't
a
wanna-
training, and Ross said, I'm training, and my colleague, shout out to her, she's like, Mary, and she just seen tears. And I was like, I gotta go. She was like, what's wrong with you? I said, my sister just texted me. The first line I seen is, our worst fear is coming true. And I was like, I gotta go. I just started this job. I ain't give a fuck about getting fired. I'm about to cry again. I ain't give a fuck about getting fired. I didn't care. But here's the thing. I'm vulnerable with family. Because you're my family.
But I'm going to tell you, hold
but
that
if a
thought.
nigga tell me he can't walk, I'm going to be like, well, you gotta go to TDI.gov and get you some disability.
No, it's not
And
that
get you
though.
a
I'm gonna
check,
tell you
bro.
why you gotta
You get a wheelchair,
let
you
go
gonna
of
pay
the
for a
cold,
cane.
let go of the concrete in your heart because
Who, these niggas?
you go no because you go you,
That's the issue?
no you go
Nah, fuck that. They get a straight construction site. Fuck out of here. You can't walk, bro. We got TDI.
no. I'm gonna tell you why. You go wake up.
SSI.
You go wake up.
What you need?
I didn't think Thursday morning I was gonna get that call from my neurologist. I woke up to bring grandma to the eye doctor.
So are you telling
So
me to
what
soften
I'm
my
saying
heart
is
because I could lose people?
No, what I'm saying
about to
is
say, don't-
soften
'cause you
your
know how I
heart
feel about
because your life can change in 24 hours.
Oh, you talking about for me?
Yes.
That is true.
It can change 24 hours. Like I'm not gonna hold y'all. I took shit for granted. And now I'm like,
you almost couldn't
and I
walk.
got text y'all the night we going to siblings
So
trip.
is that,
Whether
I
y'all
gotta go
going
through
or not.
something traumatic because I've been trying. I need to.
No, and remember how I always told you and Jen for years, people don't change if something drastic happened in their life. I told them that for years. Growing up,
Alright, so maybe
I
we
told them
gonna wait till
adults
drastic
don't
event.
change until something drastic hit their ass. And what I'm saying to you is, don't drastic hit your ass.
Don't let drastic hit me. But I might have.
That's good, Rock.
'Cause
Good
here's
say
the-
that.
Here's the thing. I will always be vulnerable with my friends, everybody in this room. TNT at this point, he getting vulnerable with shit. So is what it is.
He with it. He with it.
He like, I bet. So like, y'all gonna always get that from me. Y'all gonna always see that side of me. My struggle is with people that I don't trust or
Well,
know.
Why are you giving them
I
vulnerability?
don't trust
then?
nobody.
Hold on. Let me get a little deep into that. My struggle, let me get very specific, black and white. My struggle is with people that I'm dating, or people who are trying to date me and I ain't dating them, or people, and it be like that.
Wait a minute.
Wait, I had to really.
People who are not my close allies.
Let me go on
Like-
this therapist site because
Like, that's my struggle.
I'm gonna
And
get
I
one,
feel
I'm gonna
like
get one from Jane to suggest to everybody.
I could be
'cause she
vulnerable
got
with everyone in
advice
this
for everybody.
room because I know we are never gonna judge each other. We will always hold each other accountable. Tay, Kat, you, Jim, Riel was some bullshit. I'm gonna say no, it wasn't.
We gonna tell you.
Y'all gonna stand y'all ground and be like, but it was. I can trust that with y'all. When I see people I can't trust, people who aren't y'all. Like a nigga I'm dating is not y'all. Not really. I'm gonna tell you.
Why should she?
TNT, no. Let me tell you why. I just met you. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Damn, people trust that easily?
You move
TNT,
kinda
it been a
fast.
quarantine. It been 14 days.
You move kind of fast.
first of all, 2 weeks ago you were scared to be in the room with us. Why would we
Right.
trust
Now
you?
be vulnerable with you.
What's
You
your
scared
zodiac sign? You a Pisces?
What's your birthday, TNT?
You a Pisces?
Oh, that's why he worrying about
Oh, you
emotions.
a-
Get me the fuck up out this room.
Okay.
TNT
That
be in his
explains a lot. He be in his bag. His scale is
He
unbalanced.
not even telling us that we lying.
He said
either.
his scale is unbalanced as fuck.
Well, like TNT not telling us we lying. I'm waiting for him to say not me. He ain't said shit yet.
Scrolling while eating his crab
I don't trust you,
legs.
TNT. I trust you to be our engineer. I trust you to be a DJ. But like,
Oh, okay.
and the reason you get that automatically is because Bam, who's like my best friend, I trust Bam, so I trust his judgment. Bam, he said that.
This a whole nother segment.
But-
Let's
Yeah,
what
let's
I'm saying is, if Kat say Reed, let this person do your lashes, I'm gonna trust Kat judgment. But if I would have seen this person's Instagram page before Kat said that shit, I'm like, this bitch. And say, no, for real. I trust y'all judgment. So if Tay be like, Reed, try this food. I'm not even a foodie, but if Tay say, Reed, try this shit good.
Right.
I probably scroll past the Instagram page 15 times. This shit. But Tay said, try it. I trust her judgment. So a nigga be like, yo, I be like, this nigga. Because it's like, what? Nigga, who recommended you?
Who sent
himself.
you? Who sent you?
Where you
sent
come from?
Himself.
It's
It's
hot
getting
as
hot, right?
hell in here,
I
by the
know.
way. I'm
JP.
sorry, but it's hot.
Yeah, we might need to crack the door open to get some in here.
Sorry,
We'll crack it
I gotta
open
get up.
in a minute.
It's because this conversation.
But can we
heated.
like?
I could
No,
get up.
I'm sorry,
really
y'all.
think
We gotta
that-
cut this
Because I could get up.
We focus a lot on therapy.
Yes.
I
Get
did
up.
not.
So I do want to get into the.
We
food,
have
the
a
brands,
lot
the
of
music.
important updates with like
Yes.
FICRA
No,
and
go ahead.
other stuff.
So before
So
we get into
It
the
just
brands,
got
I wanna
deep this
shout
session.
out some vendors. So I know one of you guys mentioned Imani's restaurant.
oh, yo,
Your face lit up.
Tavia,
Wait.
you would love it.
All right,
And
put me
Jen.
on, sis. Go,
Imani's
let's
is
go.
in Brooklyn.
Oh, I need to go to BK.
Child,
okay.
child.
Put this down
Jen,
for a
birthday
date
dinner?
night.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't know.
This is a Caribbean restaurant.
Ooh, I love me
And
some.
Let me tell you,
good
I
Carib.
took shout out to my friend Crystal. She's Jamaican. This bitch is hard to please. You know, Jamaicans be like, I don't. If it's not real food,
got no
I don't
oxtail.
fucking want.
And then they do that.
So I went with her. I was nervous as fuck because I'm like, I know this food good. She tasted it. She was like, bitch, their food, and it's black owned. He actually owned what's that Brooklyn brunch we used to go? I went to for my birthday. He was part owner in that too.
That food was good too.
What was that place called? It was
Keep
lit.
talking about it. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I forgot the name of it. But it was a brunch place that closed down because of gentrification.
Oh, you talking about that spot where he was wilding?
Yeah. So anyway, the food is spectacular, and their fried plantains are perfect.
Okay.
So I want, and
You
it's,
had
it's
me at
affordable.
plantain.
It's like $15 to $16. I would say no more than 30, and it's really good. The drinks are really good. What I hear, because I don't really care about drinks that much, but the food is perfect. So I want everyone to check out Imani's in
Ooh, I know
Brooklyn.
where I'm going.
Keep it on pace with you and Tavia too. You guys both went to Jordan's Auto Spa.
Oh, I went
First
there
of all,
today. Woo! Go ahead,
Let me tell you
Tavia.
about Jordan. My car wasn't. You know how girls have this perception, like, oh, things on the floor. My car is filthy. I gotta get it washed. I went there because I felt like my car was filthy. When I tell you, I felt like I had a brand new car when I went to get it. I was like, Jordan, where my old car at? Like, where is it? He did such an amazing job. And Kat, I know you was satisfied. I told you about
Girl.
this. I'm like, Jordan, look, he gonna get you right. He's so affordable, and he runs specials, and he'll work with you. On top of that, like, it's
Nicole, you got your.
you can't even.
Your fan on.
He was so professional too, and I went there today, guys. So it was a 2-hour. It was 3 to 5. He called me at 4:55 and was like, "Your car is ready." I text the group chat like, "My car smell new." I was like, oh my God, he did a spectacular job. So please follow him. It's Jordan's Jordans Auto Spa. That's his Twitter name. So please follow him.
And it's the
Schedule.
same on Instagram.
Yes,
Jordan
yes.
Auto Spa. Oh, also, if you're waiting for your car, right?
Come on, foodie.
I forget the name of the restaurant, and I will plug y'all later. But if you walk up to Broadway and walk to the right, down a couple of blocks, there's a little Mexican joint down there, and you can eat outside, you can eat inside. Let me tell you, I sat in that bitch for 2 hours.
Was
eating
it
food,
a mezcal? Was
It used to be the Big Apple. It
Oh,
used to be a
I don't
bar
know.
there that was
That's
called
21st
the Big
Street
Apple.
and Broadway.
Yeah, it used to be a bar there called the Big Apple, but it's not the Big Apple anymore. It's like a little Mexican joint. But their food is good. I sat there by myself for 2 hours,
That's me, girl.
and I tore
I'll go to lunch
tore
by
that
myself. I don't give a
I tore that food up, y'all.
We eats food. Also, stay on the same tune. So me and Kat actually have the same esthetician. Shout out to Beauty by Tarisha.
I see you on Friday.
I got her next Tuesday.
Shout out to Tarisha. The Vijay shoes. It's the Vijay shoes for me.
Ooh, yeah.
Exactly.
That was the best suggestion when you told me she's added that service.
I'm going on Friday.
Me and Kat book our services like months in advance. We book like 2-3 months at a time. 'cause
Girl, we
Tarisha's-
booked up till Labor Day.
to Labor- period. You know, y'all gonna catch me lacking in these streets.
I got it
But
next week.
Tarisha just started doing Vijay shoes this year, in 2021, and she.
Wait, hold on. Listeners might know what Vijay shoes are. You gotta break that down.
Oh, Vijay shoes.
It's a
It's a
mess.
face shoe for the vagina. Let me tell
Not
you
in it.
something.
Not in it.
Not
for
in
y'all,
it.
For
Hurry,
y'all
because
who always
'Cause
mine
y'all
be
don't
going
put
left.
nothing in your we didn't say
in it.
This is self-care,
The canal
ladies.
of
This
the
is
vagina.
self-care.
The surface
Listen,
of the vagina.
I want to ask Tarisha, do she give dudes this though? Because you know dudes get waxed.
She said she
That's
could
a
if
good
they open for it.
question.
She said she would if they're
Because
open.
listen,
to
y'all be
it.
manscaping and whatnot, but if you got a few
She
bumps.
also she's thinking about doing underarm facial. I mean underarm facial.
Under
I guess.
facials.
Underracials.
Underracials.
Teresa, let us know what it's called. But like, yeah. So she started doing it this year. She's been talking about it for so long. But one thing about Teresa, she tests products on herself before she puts on any of her customers. So, me and Kat happen to both be on the phone. We about to book up, and I'm like, sis, she's doing vajay shoes, but I already had an appointment booked. I text her so quick. I need this. Like, I need this ASAP. She put me in. And I got the vajay shoe, and I called Kat, and I was like, bitch.
Listen.
You need to get a vajay shoe when you come here next week. And she's like,
Yeah.
how was it? I'm like, girl, I
Heaven.
can't even explain it.
It was like
just amazing.
it was like heaven on a plate.
But she
It was literally like you getting a massage.
Yes.
Yep.
It had the same. I still
Yes,
when I
Tavia.
left there.
Yep.
That's what it feel like.
I felt
Yep.
no, I really felt like
Yep.
you know how you get a facial and you feel so real. I felt like my vagina was relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, Teresa gave me my first wax.
I was
She did
there.
mine too.
It was so funny.
Ree was in the room with me,
That's how close we are.
and when she did my booty hole,
Take out a Brazilian, y'all. TNT, like what?
I was just like,
I got that.
That's my favorite part.
That
Tavia.
was
That's
my
part of
favorite
it.
part.
That
She
little
was
warm
like,
wax
I
go
was
right
like, girl, I was like, girl, how you want me
TNT
to
getting
go?
secondhand embarrassment.
I was like,
again.
girl, how you want me to lay?
you can
Like,
still
what
hear
do I
us.
do? And she was just like, put your legs up. And I was a little uncomfortable at first. And I'm just speaking from my first time. Like, for my first time having a wax, like, she made it very comfortable for me. I made it very uncomfortable for her.
Yes.
But it's okay.
It's
it's
had a lot of
okay.
questions, which Teresa had no problem answering. Like,
Yeah, and
nah,
then after, like, she had a big mirror in her
you could see it.
where she did her
looks-
wax.
it
Girl,
looks so
after
pretty.
the wax, I was in the mirror with my leg up, like, look.
She really was in the mirror, like re-look. I'm like,
She was like, okay,
I don't know.
you know.
And what? And
I'm
her
like, look at this thing.
her Instagram is Beauty by Teresa.
TERESHA.
Yes.
So definitely check her out. Get the vajay. It's
Oh,
called the
and
garden.
she's on Style Seat too.
on Style
That's
Seat.
how you
Yeah.
can schedule
So get
appointments.
the garden wax vajay shoe and your Brazilian.
She has a combo now because that's what I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm getting a
I
combo,
I
yeah.
booked
I
the
didn't
whole
know there
combo.
was
It's a mini one,
It's
though.
a
It's
mini
only for
one,
an
though.
hour. Like, your whole, the Brazilian.
Wait.
Oh, it's a
just-
difference between
Yeah.
and the vajay shoe. 'Cause I always get a combo.
Get your-
Oh, I got texted
So you get
in.
the
I gotta text her.
Brazilian. You get the
I gotta
Brazilian.
text her.
And the Brazilian's about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So your
Well, not for me.
well,
It'd be like 10.
it
Yeah,
won't be for
mine
me
is
either.
too.
They might be there for about 45 getting
So,
the vajay shoe.
Y'all fresh. I'm just saying. Listen.
Fresh, clean, and smooth, baby.
Listen.
Fresh, clean, and smooth.
'Cause I'm
Self-care,
about to
ladies.
get, like,
Self-care.
50 minutes worth of my vacation.
Well, you know what it is too. Once you're like extremely consistent with her, because she
Your hair won't grow like
won't
that.
grow.
I
Literally.
get my full like almost
Literally.
vacation time with her because you gotta be consistent.
Like-
Ladies. And gentlemen, listen, I'm sure Teresa would not mind. Like,
But that's going to be.
go support my sis.
Jennifer is so
Really good.
excited
She's
for her
really good.
vajay
So
shoe.
support
really,
her.
really good. Definitely support her.
Black
I don't
owned
understand
business.
how happy I am for next week, bro.
Wait, my. Oh no, right.
I'm like, yeah. But it's
yes.
it's a Brazilian, and she does the mini afterwards.
Oh, so
That's
you-
fine. I
that's
could
fine.
do that.
No,
because I
it's
go to
not.
her.
Be quick though.
No, it's fine.
It's
but
fine
it's
for
really
me,
not because
though.
you have to. I'm really itching to go like the following week for maybe
No, but
just
see,
the
here's the thing.
vacation.
My
But see,
Vajay
I
shoe
go
lasted-
all the time
You
for
go all the
vajay shows, so
time.
I can do a mini one because I don't have to do a 2-hour experience.
But I don't
every
think it's a
time.
mini because
I want 2
mine
hours,
lasted
though.
for like 55 minutes because my Brazilian wax is so quick. So like I'm still there getting the full hour.
Yeah, I want to though.
So, ladies, that was a self-care topic
That was.
that we need to really
And
talk
gentlemen, listen, you might need to.
She
I
not
don't know what we
been
gonna call
exfoliating.
it. Pinay shoe. Like, I don't know what it is.
Y'all
I
need
don't
it
know what
too.
she putting in.
Y'all need it too, but I'm not gonna go on that subject. And y'all know why y'all need it.
He said,
I thought your other AirPod was in.
I know, right? He said he wanted to get his noise cancellation on. We started talking about. I told you he was gonna hear us anyway. But no,
Self-care, gentlemen, too.
self-care is
You know what?
important. Listen,
No.
shave your balls. It's really that simple.
Men could get facials and all that down there.
Take care of yourself
Y'all
too.
can do it on your
Listen,
face. You can do
nothing
that.
like a clean man. Like, do you know the
nobody
possibilities
want
of
a
endless
bush.
when you
I got
Clean
something to
everywhere.
say, but that's gonna
Ew.
be the next.
I'm just
Hey, why you blushing?
I got something to say, but that's gonna be a whole different segment for another podcast.
We're gonna hit y'all with that next week. But listen,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
when
just
you
gonna
are a
stay
clean
quiet.
man, the possibilities are endless.
We should definitely bring up this subject next week.
Yes,
We will. We're
are.
gonna run it back.
Somebody put it in. Oh,
Put it in the
I'm
notes.
gonna do that right now. I got something to talk about.
TNT, like I'm here
gonna
next
go
week.
crazy.
TNT, you gonna be here with us next week?
So listen. No.
No, not that. It's just taking care of yourself. Like
care of yourself.
you guys expect us to
Grooming.
take care of ourselves.
We're talking about
Y'all have to
grooming.
take care of yourselves too. Grooming.
Who
We're
does
not
that?
talking about
She ain't talking
shaving.
about balls.
I ain't saying shave your
God
balls. I'm
damn.
saying shave your balls.
But we mean grooming.
No,
Grooming in the
fuck that.
area.
Shave your balls. Shave them shits. Nair it. Wax it. Do whatever you gotta do.
If they wax, they scroll.
might-
Yo, we got to hit this next week.
Yeah, hit it next week.
Bam gonna be in here like, what? But no. Now listen. I'm just letting y'all know, fellas, a piece of advice. When it's manscaped right, the possibilities are endless. Pop up on your girl, shave balls, and see what she do. That's my advice for y'all to be peaceful next week.
Oh my God.
It's a
Can
lot.
I talk? Wait, before I need to talk about my lash tag because we going too deep. We going too deep. My lash tag is called Sky Diva. I think it's _ Sky Diva on Instagram. Black owned as well. Very, very beautiful person. I started going to her, I would say, almost a year and a half ago. So I started off really slow, and then we started getting a little bit more dramatic. But it's a really, really good experience. She kind of mirrors Tarisha to me, but in the lash.
But like,
But I'm gonna tell y'all now, if y'all never had lashes, you can't sit and you can't. I'm sorry, if you can't lay down for 2 hours, don't come.
I agree with her.
I'm not going.
No. Let me tell you. Hold on. I spent the hour with Jen sent me this past weekend, and best friend, I know you got a blinking problem.
No, because my eyes.
But no, they close. They tape it. They
your
tape
eyes.
it.
Your eyes are closed. I fell asleep.
Let
Let me tell you what you could do though. Eat an edible. Eat an edible before
Wait,
you
what?
go.
Yeah.
Cat, no.
I'm
Not
telling
you.
eat an edible because
Not
edibles.
you.
Oh, okay.
You gonna might laugh
Not
a little
you.
bit, but I'm just
You gonna
saying.
laugh a little
I'm
bit.
gonna laugh a lot.
But I'm just saying, like, you know how like sometimes when you're high you feel sleepy, or is it just me? When
I
I'm on
think
an
that's
edible?
just you.
It might be.
No, that's the best sleep you could ever get when you high.
I sleep at the end when it's gone.
Girl, I be snoring. She just be like, I don't give a fuck.
But
I'm like,
No,
I
best
wa-
friend, what
the-
I went with Jen sent me recently,
Yeah.
and I got something very simple. I wanted to look as natural as possible, but I fell asleep. It was only about an hour, but I was shocked at how much she taped it that I couldn't help but think about you. I was laying there, was like, Tavy be like, bitch, why I was
Yep.
taping my eyes?
She even because you sleep so long, she even puts the
I
eye
think-
pads
yeah.
so that you don't get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bags
I think all of
but it's
them
like
do.
a cooling sensation.
No, it's
Yeah.
a
Let me
cooling
tell you.
sensation.
Yeah,
So
I think
relaxing.
I think all lash shacks do that.
Okay, yeah, I was
I
like,
think
what?
they have to.
Yeah, they have to. But at the end of the but they do. But it's the way they put them on
She puts
because
a
some of
cooling
them,
gel on.
some of them are not gel like.
Yeah, mine is like just I thought they all did that. 'Cause-
No,
well, all
when
the
because
lash
some of them
shacks I've
can
been to.
some of them can dry really
Right,
quickly
right.
and stick to you. But this one is like gel infused, so it's.
Let me
It's
tell
a
you, my
really
lash
much
shack I have my own blanket there. Because
See,
y'all
you
know,
be going
no,
there
you
high
know
all the
that,
time?
you know, no, I haven't, honestly, I haven't taken an edible in a long time. But the first time I did, I was like, bitch, I got up, I have to go to sleep for the night. But
I take my naps there.
the reason,
I took
you know,
a nap.
I'm allergic to Gain detergent.
I know.
And she dropped, so she has a blanket for me, like, oh, wait, this is your Tide blanket.
Oh my goodness.
Just Tide
This
blanket.
is Tide blanket.
That's customer service, though.
That's good
Yeah,
customer
that
service.
is.
That's customer service.
Shout out to her.
It is.
That's
Because you
good
would just
customer
have to
service.
bring your own damn blanket.
No,
I
but
don't
in
do all
the
that.
place I sent you to, there's a plush
Oh, I know.
blanket in the
Let me tell you,
box.
My phone was going off,
So
right?
if you feel cold,
I didn't know I had a ringer on. And she was
Child.
like, let me get your phone for you. I couldn't even see shit. I
girl,
was
she
like,
be telling me on
just
my
bring
kids'
it to me. I'm going to
phone.
turn the ringer off. She went in my bag. I was like, oh, bitch, I'm listening. I can't see. That shit's taped to the guards. I'm
And
like,
when the
I'm
music is
listening to
playing,
it.
child,
Yeah,
Yes.
the music playing. It was so nice.
my favorite
That's
too.
what I thought about you.
And it's next to a sushi spot,
Yes.
which, by the way, lunch
In a wine
specials,
shop.
Lunch specials
In a wine shop.
Yeah,
Oh,
wine
that's
shop.
lit too.
It had wine merch. That's the first thing I noticed. I said wine. Oh,
Oh, Tavy,
We
I
in
went
there.
drunk before.
You did.
Oh yeah, you
please
can
don't
do
listen
that.
to the girl, cat.
I went
do that.
between, I went between
give
the brunch.
me all the ideas I need because I have
Bruh.
this thing where I don't like people touching my eyes.
You won't see it. or
You
feel
won't
it.
even see it. or
that's
feel
why
it.
She gonna
blink so
tape them
much.
things down, Tavy.
You want,
and
when I
you-
tell you, I was trying to figure out if she's putting them on. 'Cause I'm used to, like, you know, when certain people do it, you feel it. I was like, is she doing it?
She light as hell.
She's so light on her hands. I was like,
One time I blinked.
I asked her,
One-
did you
I
start
didn't
yet?
blink.
She's like, I'm almost done with
I
the
thought
right
she
eye.
was starting, and I blinked. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." She said, "I didn't even touch you yet." I said, "Oh, girl."
She's so light on her hands.
That's
And I said, I
right.
like that. I really thought about you the whole time, and I was napping too. I said, best friend.
So what's the name of?
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. What's
Lash
your name?
Bella.
of
You
your-
got
Lash Bella. It's in Inglewood.
Inglewood.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm about to say about to be real crazy, but
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Then.
I gotta tell him where it's at.
Mm-mm.
It's right.
No,
before
don't
you-
do it.
What you think? I ain't something crazy.
What is next to Ray?
The abortion clinic.
So y'all can get y'all stimmies. Go get whatever
Get
done and
you.
go get your lashes done.
Get your lashes done, your uterus cleared. Listen,
You know what?
Read.
Read.
That's not.
All right,
how
so
it
how
is.
y'all
That
gonna be
is so
peaceful this
mean.
week? Cause this big
All right,
crowd.
that's it.
Listen,
She is
shout out to
bugging.
pro-choice, okay? No,
No, the eyelash.
Oh, and I get waxed in an abortion. You can't.
Well, some of y'all need to get waxed before y'all do that, but that's on another thing.
TNT said you get waxed and get an abortion. Listen, at least show up
They're
waxed.
gonna be like, that's the combo.
Wait. The combo special.
No, you need to go to get your coochie clean first,
Yeah,
then
because
go
of-
to
yeah.
the-
Nah, yo, that's crazy.
All right.
That's what we
I
want you to
retract.
say.
I retract my statement because that
Wait,
wasn't right.
but speaking of coochie cleaning, I am going to experience the Yanni steam. Coming
Ooh,
to
let us
you.
know.
Yes. If you
Let
do
us
that
know.
next week, please
Wait,
let us
so
know.
that
No, not
they-
next week.
I
Wait,
wanna
okay.
mention
It's
one
a
more-
black-owned
put it-
business.
I got another
It's a
black-owned
business.
business. I got another
Danielle
black-owned
got
business I want to
Yanni
mention. So
steam.
I've been using healthy hair crown growth oil for my hair. Y'all gonna say I got edges, but my edges come and go. They peekaboo. So,
Just like some people that we know.
but
Everybody, I feel like
I've
everybody
been
has.
using it, and I feel like it's working. Because I mean, and what I did with this person, because you know everybody has a hair growth oil, everybody. But y'all know me, I gotta be over analytical with my shit. So I
We
started
know.
going on the customers pages. Let me scroll to this bitch 2004 pictures. Bitch, you was bald. You started using the products. Let me scroll to this customer 2010. Oh, bitch, your hair grew. All right, like, I'm gonna get in the customer business. Fuck the merchant. Let me get to the bald ass customer and find out what shit really grew. Because if your shit really grew, you had alopecia. Damn, sis, you was wildin'. And I was really in the bed 2 a.m. scrolling through customers' pages. Make y'all shit private, because my shit private. Y'all gonna talk about my edges. But listen, make y'all shit private. But I scrolled through and I said, damn, like this stuff really, really worked. Like, it really worked for a lot of people who had really severe alopecia, young children who hair couldn't grow. Like, it was this little girl. Her mom was talking about how the vitamins her doctor gave her. It's talking about this is my business. But I'm talking about the vitamins the doctor gave her made her daughter's hair not grow. What? I was like, well, first of all, change your doctor. But I wasn't there for that. I was just seeing if the little girl hair grew. So the little girl hair did grow. And I was looking at the pictures. I said, damn, if it's helping toddlers, it's helping boys, girls, men who are balding. Listen, you niggas with receding hairlines. Go to Healthy Hair Crown Growth Oil because y'all be like 30.
And if y'all not gonna do that,
I
just
don't
shave
know.
your hair.
Have y'all
If you're not
noticed
gonna do
that?
it, just shave your hair.
Have y'all noticed that a lot of guys now generation have receding hairlines?
They're all going bald.
Because we all city
And
girls.
I'm like,
They're literally
is it
going bald and
because-
acting like they want to go bald.
No, I really think that's the
Wait,
starting
TNT, you
stage.
gotta
I
say
think that's the
TNT, like,
starting
y'all got me
age.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
it's-
Oh,
I think it's-
wait.
Y'all haven't noticed that?
Wait.
What? Just get bored.
Wait.
What?
Not cat saying.
What cats? They going bald.
They going bald and acting like they want to go.
Am I lying though? When
No.
you ask them, they be like, "Oh, just want to go bald."
No,
Nah,
I've
this
noticed that
something new I'm
everybody-
trying.
Everybody between the ages of 28 and
Like
37 been having problems with their hair. And I'm like,
TNT be stressing y'all out?
TNT,
Yeah,
take
well-
your hat off.
Oh,
I
TNT,
really-
try this Healthy Hair Grow Crown Oil. Because it's
no,
working for
because
me.
I'm like, is
Y'all
it the,
niggas need it for your
is
beards
it the,
too.
and I'm
Yo, I
noticing
hate a
that lot.
patchy
And I'm
ass
like, what the
beard.
hell is going on?
Oh no,
TNT
somebody.
got full beard, y'all. He got full
He
beard.
got full beard, but
Do you have
Some
a beard
people need
bonnet?
it for their eyebrows.
Do you have a beard bonnet? Wow.
Oh, he a responsible beard grower.
Okay.
See, again, maintenance, manscaped, beard bonnet, bald head.
we gonna have a segment on that.
For
Next week
real.
gonna be
For
lit.
real. For
We
real.
getting into that shit.
Bruh.
Oh, we have to wrap
Yeah,
up.
we wrapping up. So, listen, guys. We kind of got into how we getting peaceful. How you being peaceful this week? I mean, I'm gonna try to live in the gray. That's my whole thing. I'm gonna try this week.
I'm gonna continue to just talk like this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm working on my anger. I've been journaling and I started writing again.
Oh,
So,
good.
Yes,
that's
that
a-
song you wrote.
Yeah, I know. I haven't written in a long time, but that's been helping me. So that's how.
Oh, I
You know what I
like
mean?
that.
Right? Yeah.
Jim, what you got?
I'm just
Get your vajayjay and then figure it out.
no. Well, that's already.
That's already in the work. That's in routine. So in routine, I'm going to keep up the momentum of keeping myself aligned and organized. Not, and if I feel shifted, to just really take a break and really align myself. Don't keep going.
Kat, what you doing?
I'm going to do what Jen does every day, and it's before, like when I come home from work, take an hour for myself.
Nice.
I really like that.
Yes.
So I'm going to shut down, including Liam,
Yes.
for an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of that, so last week we ended the show playing a song by P. Dot. Shout out to our brother of the show. This week we are playing a song by Deron Lameek. Follow him on Instagram at Deron, Daron Lameek, Lameek. This is off of his All Summer EP. He also has a new EP coming this June called June Gemini. The song you're going to hear at the end of the show is called Tylenol 500 milligrams. So
That's a lot.
shout out. It's Tylenol 500 mg. It's short.
Oh, okay. You just
But I said milligrams. It is what it is. So shout out to Deron. Love you. And we will see you guys next week.
see you later, y'all.
But some arguments don't fit you, but you know that why you entered in the show. That if you shushing out, you're rolling this up. Blow it down so we can go to the town on each other using condoms that I borrowed from your brother. He don't know that I would place that shit on Sunday, maybe Monday. Talking about this shit ain't for me, but in fact I got a headache. Place that Tylenol, please. I don't know what you did to me, but it shows I never knew what love was. And yeah, I owe you pieces of me I've never shown.